Well, there you go.
Hello. Hello.
Does this surprise you?
There's some dank memes you got here.
I got
much better than your previous dank memes.
I do. I do have one. We'll go out on another one. I had to do a bunch of stuff before we started, and I was about to do. I think I'm trying to do a 30 to 60 second something from our president as we intro.
Oh, I see. I didn't hear that this time.
Right, I didn't, but I had one, but I had to do a bunch of extra stuff in order to prepare. So
can we not do that? Maybe.
See,
I feel like you didn't run that by me at all. I feel like you didn't give me a heads up on that.
I didn't. I was thinking about it, but yeah. There you go. So
let's not do that.
Well, come on, man.
Let's not do that and say let's do some old presidents. How about that?
That's your commander in chief, man.
No, I'm not in the military, all right? That's not my commander-in-chief anymore. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I can call me up anymore. I forget what the deadline is, but I think I'm past it, okay?
Did you, yeah,
I think it's
Statue of Liberty?
The Statue of Liberty, no. I think you're thinking of the Statue of Limitations, but that's also not it, Clowntown. You're 100% off base. You just said some shit. You didn't know what you were saying.
Right.
No, after you have been, after your contract is over, there's a set amount of time that you can be called up in time of, like...
Oh, really? There's takebacks?
Not just wartime. There's takebacks, basically, yeah.
Oh, man.
Not in war. It's not just wartime. It's like if something really, really bad were to happen.
That's sneaky.
Basically. I could... Well, no. I mean, it's part of the contract you sign initially. Like, hey, by the way, also on top of the 6 years that you signed, I want to say it's 3 years. It's half of the contract that you signed that you could be called up.
That's dicey.
At some point. And then, you're on an extended contract basis. But that does mean extra money.
Do they pay you for this? Okay.
Because this happened to my gunner. Going to Iraq. His first name is William. My first name is William also, so I'm not giving you anything away there. Haha, look, I could have made it up. He got paid, I think, twice his sign-up salary, or sign-up bonus, when he re-upped to go to Iraq.
Wow. Okay.
Is it 8 years, Sarge? I cannot remember. Yeah. I think I'm well over the limit by now. So he was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. But they didn't really give him an option, actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
they kind of told him that this was going to happen.
They just showed him
chunk.
They just showed him this piece of paper and his signature at the bottom and said, "Suit up."
Yeah. We're giving you a lot of money, though. Okay.
Right.
It's fine. We're giving you. I mean, you did get a lot of money for it. I remember.
Yeah, that's good. Live on time, coming from part free of charge worldwide. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, 89th. Long time coming. High anticipated, never duplicated, reciprocated, unappreciated about you program. In the program feature, Nichols Standard Talents. Penny Talents, William Bish, Blake Edwards, Steve Media, Montreal, serve out, pick my name later. 3 people, 2 hotels, 1 dream, broadcasting's finest train wreck coming to you live next week in person.
Oh, yeah, Campfire.
Next week.
It's going to be great. Hopefully we have everything set up. Either it's going to be great or it's going to fail catastrophically.
Either way.
Is my prediction.
Either way, be here.
It's going to be fantastic.
Either way, be here.
Absolutely. If there's any Thursday you have showed up for, be here.
Next Thursday.
This next Thursday.
December
you can
14th.
If it's either watch this show this Thursday or next Thursday, I'll see you guys later.
Go.
All right, bye.
Go now.
See ya.
Go now.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time.
How about you? It's Cordell Meeting, Press Station, associated with YouTube, iTunes, all the other tunes, available from every coast to every coast. And now here he is, William Bishop.
We have between us, we have like all the partnerships.
He's he's Popo Hope, noob YouTube. He's freshly showered. That's what he needed 20 minutes for. He's got some records. He's playing Faster Than Light. He's getting his butt whooped.
Oh, man. I'm getting better. We're getting there, okay?
His Mantis men cannot engineer at all because of their
cannot.
hands.
No, I don't know why they can't engineer. Look, listen, all right? We had this conversation during my stream. The Mantis men have Mantis hands, right?
Mr. William Bishop.
How's it going, guys? It's good to see you. How's life treating you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting Clowntown. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for watching the show. Remember, any tips that go to this channel go 50% to him, 50% to me. And I think you get to keep all the money that goes here, huh? You don't give any of that to the Ash.
60-40.
It's 50-50. Listen to me, all right? We both have the password to the PayPal account, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Ash does no work on this thing.
He gets zero cut here, all right?
He gets zero. It's in proportion.
Zero cut.
In proportion to how much he works on it.
Exactly. How have you been, Clowntown? How's life treating you?
Excellent.
You were playing some trivia game. I saw just before. You were live for 5 hours before this, you killer.
That's right.
Working hard.
I was off today. I'm off tomorrow. And
Hell yeah.
We were doing. We did some Factorio. We wrapped up our little run last night. What I did was, instead of doing all these speed runs and trying to get good with the get good scrubs.
Get good. Are you trying to tell me to get good?
It's what I've decided is we're going to bring up the next generation. So everyone who has purchased Factorio and is still struggling.
Okay.
Yesterday and today was rocket class.
Okay.
It
so
was.
Was it like a class environment?
Yeah, it was. Let's ask questions. I'm going to show you how to do this. This is how the build. Here's why we're doing this. Here's where we put this thing. This is why. Let's talk about the ratios. Let's talk about the build. Here's our big, and it was rocket class. So
that sounds cool.
That was
cool.
Great. It was good, and we had some
makes me want to do a Terraria class, but I think I would just lose my mind. Probably.
Yeah. And we had some folks who had never joined me before, and who had just purchased, and they jumped into the server. Did stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Just purchased the game.
Well, yeah. So they
see. Now I think the skill jump between Terraria and Factorio is actually bigger. Like I think if you were just to pick up Terraria and you were just picked up Factorio, if Terraria will just kill your ass.
Yes.
Like it'll just murder you.
Yep.
A whole bunch over and over
100%.
again. Factorio will let you live for a while. You know.
Hard mode.
Especially if you have creatures off.
Hard mode is oh my god, what did I do? Oh, I'm out. I'm restarting.
You're dead. Yeah.
I'm restarting.
I'm gonna post on the Terraria Reddit. Oh, hard mode is so difficult. What
sucks.
do?
Yeah, yeah, and that's exactly what happened to me. Is my very first time into hard mode. I played for a little bit and I went F this.
This is hard.
I restart, new game, new
restart,
world.
reset.
Yep.
Because it does really. I mean, the game goes from you start off with your wooden sword, right?
Yep.
And then you go to hard mode and you're like, oh, I have all this gear. I got my Phoenix Blaster. I killed Skeletron, all that stuff. And you're like, oh my god, I don't do any damage anymore.
Back to the wooden sword.
No, I got a wooden sword again.
Yep.
100%. That's how life is, especially if you end up with a Buster Sword from Wall of Flesh.
Right. Yeah. single tier.
Every time I get a Buster Sword.
Yep. Yeah.
Troy's great.
So I gave my new recruits assignments and did some explanations.
Is there some clips from this stream?
It's just the VOD on yesterday, but we were saying okay.
We did any clipperinos?
This is where we put them, and they were going, "Wow, this is just a ton of material." And I said, "Yeah, this is what you do. You gotta ramp up. It's
amazing how much it takes to get to a rocket.
Yeah,
like to actually. Now, in that case, I think Factorio is far more complex than other games. Like the ability to finish the game has a lot of things that you have to go through.
Yep.
So that's why I've actually never finished. I never launched a rocket in Factorio because there's so many steps that you have to go through.
Yep.
In order to get everything.
Yeah, but that was good. So that's what we did. So we did part of it. We did half of it yesterday. Well, 2/3 yesterday and a third today, and wrapped it up. And then I was saying, okay, well, when is my partner going to wake up? Because I know he's not wake up yet. It's 4 p.m. And
then you started playing your trivia game.
And then I said, well, let's. I want to see this because the game.
Just a little quiet dig at me. Just a little.
Well, I mean, well,
look, I live my own life. Okay.
It's here in about 7 days.
Yeah.
You got to get straight because we ain't gonna have.
That'll be easy. I'll be driving around that 4-wheeler. I'll be shooting my guns off of it. You're gonna be like, Badger, stop that!
Yeah.
You don't even know what to do with me.
All right, there you go. There's your
land around now.
There's the game that I was playing.
Really?
So
would you say?
I can't sure.
What is with the invisible girl who has almost her tits out, but not quite?
Okay. I'm swooning a little bit over that lady.
See, I was talking to say her name is Alexandra, and she's a very nice lady.
Okay. No. Little bit of swoonage.
She does some voiceover stuff.
Yes.
I kind of vaguely heard as I was listening.
So I just said, hey, I got this either from Keymailer or no, I got it from Keymailer, but I said
Keymailer, you guys are the best. Shout out to Keymailer.
I can't remember if I asked for it or they just threw it to me because
I don't have this in my my keys. So I think maybe
so I might ask for it. I might have seen it and went, oh, okay.
You like trivia stuff.
It looks like Jackbox. Let's give it a shot. So
it's $20.
Yeah.
Keymailer saved you so much. Oh, actually, by the way, right now, go to Keymailer if you're on there and go ask for Getting Over It, which was released today.
Oh.
Yesterday. Sorry, it was released yesterday.
Okay.
The 6th.
Getting Over It. Link that Steam in the chat.
Okay. Let me goggle it real fast.
All right. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
I owe Jason, so I have to play this. I don't want to buy it though. It's $8, and it's not worth $8. All right. Clowntown gets custody while you're visiting. I'm not in charge. Okay. Clowntown, you're signing the papers on that? Getting custody from Ashley for me?
Oh no, you can run around with Clown Lady, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You boys gonna get over it? I think that we should take turns getting over it.
Ashley and I can hang out in the lawn chairs and just sip a brew or whatever while you guys run around.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm taking Ashley out on the 4-wheeler for sure.
Oh my goodness.
She has never been. She told me she's been on a 4-wheeler before, but they didn't go fast, and I'm gonna rectify that situation. All right.
Goodness.
Because I have 2 settings. on a 4-wheeler. Stopped and going. Okay, this is the only 2 I have.
Go like hell and rolled over. Right.
Rolled over. Yes, correct. Flipping.
I'm looking at this game. This Get Over It. I actually don't want to play this.
No, you probably don't. This does not seem like a game for you. You don't like Dark Souls, huh?
No, Dark Souls was good.
Oh, okay, well, all right.
I mean, it was soul crushing, right? And you know,
I don't think Dark Souls is that hard. This game is probably way harder than Dark Souls. The thing, all right. So difficulty for me in games has changed a lot. I think as years have gone by, because I think the thing about what'll make a game difficult for me is save points. Like if I have infinite save points, like if I complete a task that was difficult and then immediately afterwards it saves, that's not really difficult because I have infinite retries, right?
I'm watching the Steam demo. Everybody go to that link in chat. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. He's in a pot like he's being cooked on a campfire, or he's like going over the.
He's in a cauldron, right?
He's in a cauldron. So from waist up he's exposed, but waist down he's in a cauldron like he's going over Niagara Falls, and he's moving himself around with what looks like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's a multi-tool, I think.
A multi.
It's a multi-tool. He doesn't use it like a sledgehammer, that's for sure. It's
right.
like an axe, sort of. It's a multi-tool. Let's call it a multi-tool.
Okay.
It's a very simple game.
You move the hammer. Okay, the description is you move the hammer with a mouse, and that's all there is.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. That's a good description because it literally that's all the controls. So it's really not. It's not nothing. It's nothing crazy. Ignore the sexy hiking thing because that's just a homage to his.
Here's its feature. Let's look at one of its features. One of its 6 highlighted features on Steam.
Okay.
Lose all your progress over and over.
Yeah, that's correct. There is inbuilt features. If you fail to do something correctly, you will start at literally the beginning of the game. I think it took Jason 12 hours, 8 hours. What was it, Jason, for you to beat the game? But the Steam says it should only take 5 hours.
Yes.
Oh, it's listed from 5 hours to you'll never fucking finish it because you're a bitch.
Right.
I think these are the 2.
Between 2 and infinite hours of agonizing game players, depending.
Oh, you just posted it.
The median time to finish for my play testers was 5 hours. The mean
was closer to infinity. Okay, Jason beat the game in 8 hours.
Okay.
That's time to beat for Badger. Right. So I bet Jason my manhood that I would. I mean, nothing basically, right? Nothing. No, he's not snipping my balls off. I bet him nothing that I could beat his time of 8 hours, which is going to be easy. Especially when the playtester's time was 5 hours. The playtesters are grandmas, you know?
Okay.
Speedrun is about 2 to 3 minutes, apparently.
Really?
For people who are really good with the multi-tool, I think is what
I don't want to pay $8 for a 2 or 3 minute game.
Well, it's a speedrun now. You couldn't call Terraria an hour 30-minute game because of a speedrun.
True.
All right, thank you.
True.
Thank you.
True.
Jeez. So, 5 hours is about worth $8. That's fine. I just don't want to pay for it.
Me either.
I'm going to try to get it from Keymailer. Jason, you can buy it for me. I'll play it tonight.
Right.
If not, I'm going to play FTL after.
Right. All right.
This game cured my happiness and gave me depression. 10 out of 10. See, Lyric was 10 hours, but Lyric's not a real gamer, okay? I'm just kidding. Lyric.
Well, he's a streamer. So
he plays video games. Being a streamer does not make you a gamer.
Yeah. That was a good question asked by one of the most genius questions ever in defining moments for my career, my streaming career. Right.
No, you can say that. It's okay. Don't feel weird.
Are you a gamer who streams?
Or are you a streamer who games?
Who plays games?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Things. Why are you not on Humble Monthly? I don't like monthly subscription services. I went 6 months without a cell phone. Okay? Listen to me.
Look at me. Yeah.
Do you know who you're talking to right now?
So yeah, this quiz time I got, I think I requested it because it was like Jackbox and it showed different people and it was live show mode to stream and play along with your audience. Well,
I like that they were doing it in chat. I like that they were doing it in chat,
yes.
And I also like the questions.
Well, what happened is that I just hit the button to start it, and I assumed that was streamer mode. But what that is assuming is that all your players are live, and then the lightning, and then everyone joins with their smartphone, right? Well, then the questions started coming lightning fast, and they were done before
the delay. Wow,
the delay.
That's fast.
And so because I was the only person who was seeing them live, I was dominating everybody. Like I was getting everything right. And
you guys suck at this.
Yeah, and all six of the people playing with me were all just getting wrong. They were answering on their device. They were answering the question that was behind. They were behind on the question. They were,
I see. That's terrible.
And so I just mowed everybody down on the last round.
It has all the good games. What games does the Humble Bundle have? All right, convince me.
I looked at this. The Humble Bundle. Is it the 30?
It's the monthly. I don't know what the monthly has.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bully beat down these fools. So.
When are we getting our affiliate?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that while I'm off. So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's the thing. So
I mean, I can help you out. You need it, all right?
Yeah.
Look, I can put the word in.
Yeah,
I don't know how we get. We don't meet criteria for.
We got the
affiliate,
achievement. We got the achievement. Yeah, I think we do.
It's strange because we don't stream. We stream once a month here for 2 hours.
We stream
once a week.
Isn't it
once a month, guys?
3 times a month? Is your
is that what it is? I thought it was 2 times a week.
I thought it was twice a week also. But
Jason,
it did tell
you got
me.
any input on this?
Let me look at our achievements here.
Max also got affiliate. Congratulations, Max.
Good job, Max.
Yeah, well, actually, when did you tell me Max needs his tax information?
Okay. Path to affiliate. It is streamed for 8 hours in the last 30 days. Check. Easy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we do barely hit that. We hit that exactly.
Yeah, we do. It's it's 2 hours a week, so times 4.
Yeah, so when we go over, we're actually just, we need to go over every time, basically.
Right. So stream for 7 unique days in the last 30 days.
Okay, we
do not meet that.
Oh, we don't. No, we don't. We only do 4.
Check.
See, we don't meet affiliate. They don't even know what their own criteria are.
Achievement get. Okay.
We did that though. We have that achievement.
Apparently, we did.
There's no way.
Reach 3 average viewers. Check. And reach 50 followers. Check. But we do not.
Maybe because of Harvey.
The one that we didn't meet is Like Clockwork, and it says we met that on November 10th.
Weird.
And that would have been that would have been this guy. There it is. Like Clockwork. Streamed for 7 unique days in the last 30. That would have been our.
I wonder what time
that would have been our
on?
barrier, right? 8 hours and 30 days, not a big deal. We can just do 2 hours
anyway.
and
We're doing
2 hours and 1 minute, and we're good, right? But honestly, I was not even paying attention to any of these, So
no, I think really it's for people who are starting out. I actually like the achievement system. I think it's great for people starting out. It really has encouraged Max a ton. Like anybody who I've seen has jumped onto the I want to become an affiliate thing now has a much clearer and concise goal for themselves.
Yeah, they got a path.
I need this many followers. I need to have this many viewers.
Right.
I need to do these things, which is great.
Yeah. They have a path.
I mean,
they have
do
something
I need
to shoot
more
for.
games?
Yeah.
Why do I need more games?
I don't.
I'm flush with games.
Look, I love video games. You guys love video games. I can't.
See, Jason, you have a problem. You have over 50% of your entire Steam library unplayed. Okay, we don't. Need, I have like games from 2 years ago that I'm still like, wait, I gotta finish this game.
Yeah, and I'm into I'm into Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Man, I'm liking.
Are you really playing that?
Yeah,
you been jamming it?
Off air,
feeling it. I've been playing some Hoy myself. I don't know why.
That's
Suddenly, Hearts of Iron.
I always do I usually have an on air and an off air, and that's my off air at the moment is Deus Ex.
Nice.
I dug me the first 2, I guess.
The first, like the very first Deus Ex, and then the one after that,
and the one after that, yeah.
See, I didn't play the second one.
Second one was really good.
Oh, did I ever finish the Surge? I did not finish the Surge. The Surge is hard. Surge is a Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Dark Souls,
mine too, Jason. It's like 75 average viewers or something like that for the partner. Yep. You're eligible for partner, but
that's the big one.
They could still go. Oh, you hit all the achievements.
Keep trying.
Too much.
They like to deny you the first time.
Too much wang. Yeah.
I don't think. From all the partners I've always talked to, it's always been, I got denied the first time.
Right.
I mean, I was denied like 3 times.
Right.
I think 3 applications I went through.
Yeah. Factorio Terrain and League
literally
of
every
LOL.
day. Jason, what's your streak, baby? What's your streak? Well, stop playing freaking Sudoku Kudu 2 on PlayStation that no one's ever seen in their goddamn lives. Keep doing your Jackbox Party Pack thing every day.
Jackbox is good. I joined Jason and the gang for that.
I absolutely hate Jackbox Party Pack.
Really?
It's the worst. No, I hate trivia. I don't like trivia in general, okay? Because I don't like losing, all right?
Well,
it's like getting into a fight with someone. All right, let's do math. Okay, I beat you at math. You lose. What? Can I just punch you in the face? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we just wrestle or something? No.
Can we wrestle? No, we did math.
Can
I
we
won.
shoot each other
You
with
lost.
guns? No.
No. I don't like that, all right? I don't like losing when it's my fault. And I have to go learn stuff? No, I don't want to learn stuff.
I like it. I like Jackbox, like those little trivia questions. I'm usually pretty good at them, and I'm usually never out of the running completely, I'm never just totally overwhelmed with them and don't know what's going on. I'll fail gloriously for sure, but it's not because I didn't. I was just overwhelmed with the whole thing. But I was competing. I tried a new strategy that just didn't work or something, right? So,
see, I'm down for more board games. I would like to play more board games. I'm bringing board games over.
Why?
I'm gonna play board games by myself.
It's gonna be
all right?
Frozen cold, right? I mean,
it's not gonna. Well, it'll be fine. It's frozen cold. I hope it's not that cold. It is really cold right now.
It's gonna be frozen cold. All the Midwest is cold. So.
It's not gonna be frozen cold. Apparently, it's supposed to snow, or something like that. 1v1 in Monopoly, exactly. That's how you lose a friend.
Yeah, that's loss of family. Let me see what we.
I got 5 to 6 people that are egging me on for this open playthrough. Why? It'll be in the 60s next week. It'll be fine. It's only in the. It'll be perfect weather outside to be running around.
Maybe
theoretically, maybe you didn't check. You're just assuming.
Yeah, it's -8, man. So
get a new Badger mug, Brute. That's awesome, man. I know you paid Shady for that money.
Right. So Shady, Brute commissioned it, and Shady went up.
-8 degrees, Max. Max, get out of deepest, darkest Russia. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
That's in Celsius too, I bet.
You
in the Fahrenheit.
I
guess that's better.
I'll show you this one. This is interesting. Speaking of Russia,
Russia,
banned from the Winter Olympics. Says
they banned Russia.
They banned Russia. So the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, banned Russia.
Teams are barred from
Games.
their teams are barred from even participating. What
right.
the hell?
That's right.
Their government officials are forbidden to attend. Their flag will not be displayed. Their anthem will not sound.
That's right. President Vladimir Putin seemed to predict a boycott of the Pyeongchang Games with a defiant dismissal of the doping scandal and a foreign policy recent years centered on the premise that he has rescued Russia from the humiliation inflicted on the West in the collapse of the Soviet Union. But they're out, and like if we were banned from the Olympics, I gotta believe those athletes were like bullet dodged, man, because. Where do we got to go? Oh my goodness, I don't want to go. I mean, the last like 6 Olympics have been just train wrecks. Like Brazil, there was algae, there was sewer backed up in rooms, there was everything stank, there was crime. It was just insane. The Sochi Olympics, when they were in Russia, in the Olympic, there were. Sinks. There was no faucet. There was just a pipe coming out of the wall that was water, and it kind of went into the bathtub with this little valve or whatever. There was tile that was just broken, holes in the wall. It was crazy. Like if it's not in one of the nations that are, that kind of care about. Being
anything?
humiliated. I care about anything, Like, so for example, Australia did great with theirs. U.S. always does great with theirs. Beijing even did great, other than the smog.
Right.
China would rather. I mean, what China would do is, China would bury and sacrifice like 2,000 citizens.
Yeah, 2,000 people died so that you could have running water here. It's really not a big deal. We do this on the reg.
Yes, they would sacrifice and harvest 2,000 citizens of their own people so that they would not bring dishonor on the games, or like something crazy like that. So
there was some light outage at one part during the ceremony.
Yep.
And there's like a whole bunch of like, oh, lol, someone's dead. And yeah, probably someone was dead, okay?
Yeah, 100%. Like,
you executed it! Kill him!
You're out. Get me somebody who could turn the light on. Kill that guy. He's out.
Kill that guy. That guy's already dead. All right, good.
I think Japan, the last one Japan did. Let me see where the Olympics were held.
Okay, so apparently, having read this article you sent, Russia is banned because they cheated like punks with blood doping.
Yes.
Is what it seems like.
Yes. Yep.
Which, you know, my motto is always you're cheating, you ain't trying. But also if you get caught, you know, busted.
Oh, man.
It looks like they did naughty things and they're in trouble for it. So
Olympic
they probably won't be banned forever. I figured they would get banned for something worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, yeah, their whole policy on X, Y, and Z is why they're banned. But no, they just were cheating.
So Atlanta, 96, Sydney, 2000, Athens, 2004. I didn't really hear about much going on. I don't think I saw any of those.
I don't really follow the Olympics. I like the Olympics a lot. Actually, I had a shower thought about the Olympics the other day.
Okay.
Kind of like, you know, eventually the Olympics is going to become more and more important. Like, so for a while we had the Olympics like a really long time ago, right? And then it went away for a really long time. And it's came back, right? And then we've had it consistently since it initially came back. And I think that it's going to be more and more and more important going forward to say, hey, my country's better than yours. And, you know, it has a lot of impact on things. Like, we had a good Olympics. We hosted it well. There wasn't any flooding.
Yes.
Our toilets weren't backed up and stuff like that. And it really says a lot about a country.
Right.
But not being allowed to participate in the Olympics, I think, is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big blow to your universal presence.
Olympic One was at least since we've counted it in the modern era is 1896 in Athens. Summer Olympic number 1. And we've had done it every 4 years, except for 40 and 44 because of World War II. It was canceled. So 36 went off. That was in Berlin when.
Right, like, that was where Hitler was literally attending.
Hitler did the thing,
right,
and he opened the.
That's crazy.
Opened the Olympics. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Oh, and wait, a black American did really well.
Jesse Owens dominated.
Like really dominated. He was like a multidisciplinarian.
Yes.
Like he did shot put, javelin throwing, the sprint, and stuff like that. And he got gold medals on all of them.
Yep.
But you can't really do that now.
Right.
But you could do that then. And like Hitler was like, yeah, good job. Literally, yeah, good job, buddy. You did a great job. And then he goes on to like do all the terrible crap that he did.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that's a crazy. Hitler was in the ceremony. Yes.
Hitler opened.
It was in Berlin
in the opening ceremony, and he made the announcements. He got up to the mic, and Hitler says, "I declare the 1936 Summer Olympic Games open." And he does a salute. He does
crazy.
a salute, and this is in 30. This is before Hitler became the Hitler guy, right?
Right. As we know him now.
It was just kind of his building. It was in 36 before he started wrecking everybody, right? And there's a famous. Let me see if I can find that famous YouTube thing.
I bet you can. I bet you there's definitely some footage.
1936 Olympic.
Yeah, I mean, the Olympics are important, guys. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know.
Olympic opening.
I don't know
ceremony.
about what's going to happen. This is pretty big news. Russia being banned from the Olympics.
Yeah.
I hope that they're not banned for long. I don't know. It seems like it's a great way to piss Russia off.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to make
and
Russia
this
angry.
is it. And
I'm going to show this video.
Yeah, here's the video. I
can't
can't necessarily show it because we don't do well with Chrome here, but
I'm going to watch it real fast, I guess.
But
I don't think I've actually seen
it on the opening. But
I've only read about this.
It's showing like flags. The flags are going
books,
up.
you say.
This is a stadium full of people. There's got to be 50,000 people in the stadium. All the flags are raising. There's a band. There's bells ringing and all this.
Sometime you muted yourself.
Oh.
On Discord.
I did? Okay. Oh, on Discord only. Okay. I was still live on stream.
That's
and
good,
then, the thing pans over and hit this thing in chat. Oh, and the crowd is doing the thing. Doing the salute.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
All of the crowd, because it's German, right?
Right.
That's the new.
They're saluting Hitler.
They're saluting Hitler. And Hitler's up there. Oh, my goodness. They're doing the thing with the deal.
That's pretty scary, right?
Oh, that's so crazy. What a difference the
man, it is
time
crazy,
makes, right?
Yeah.
Look at 1 minute in, and they start looking at the crowd, and the crowd's doing the thing, right?
And it pans to Hitler.
Wow.
It's crazy. The Olympics, guys.
That is 80 years ago. That was the thing that everyone did in Germany, and now it's like
crazy.
You're going to get your ass whooped if you do this.
Definitely, right? Yeah, it's a sign of fascism now
right.
to have that, to do that hand motion.
Wow.
Like even doing it jokingly is not okay, right? Like even I wouldn't go that far to do Hail Hitler. Like no way.
So German comes in, and then of course, U.S. is coming in, and U.S. is doing the thing, right? They're doing this, and they take their hats off when the anthem's playing, and they take their hats off, right?
Right.
But Germany leads the host country leads everybody in, right?
Right.
And they're doing the thing with the hand, right? And Hitler's there, and he's there. Look at that, 2 minutes and 10 seconds in, you see this Hitler as Chancellor of Germany, leading everybody in. And by the way, this is Germany's heyday, right? Because
I mean, I think they had a pretty good Olympics. I mean, they set it up. They're getting up to an economic superpower again. When did the Great War end? Was it this 1936?
This is
Olympics
36, right? They start in 38. So they have here's the history of events, right? Is that
I think it's been like 15 years since the Great War was over.
Austria-Hungary breaks apart, right, after World War I, economic collapse and depression and all this, right? And anytime
Germany's going through was going through depression
hardcore
right now, I think.
Right.
At 1936.
Yeah, well,
America's going through depression as well, or just got out of the Great Depression.
No,
and the Dust Bowl famine.
Yes, so Germany starts to have a resurgence at this time because Hitler is the promise.
Round him up.
Is a new.
Oh no. 1939 is the end of the Great Depression.
Right.
So America's still in the Great Depression
right
now.
Yeah.
Right.
So 29 was a big crash, which kind of precipitated it, right? And then 31, it gets really bad, right? So
there was like that huge economic upturn of the 20s.
Yeah, that's beforehand. That's the ERD. That's the old one, right? So
and you that's how it works, right? You have a big climb, and you have a drop,
and then you slowly.
In particular, this drop was a really bad one because of how amazing things have been going previously. And then this is where the government started spending a ton of money during the Great Depression. The U.S. government started spending a boatload of money on building roads that you maybe didn't necessarily need at the time, building railroads, building bridges, doing all kinds of stuff on the government dime to give people jobs and things to do because people are starving to death.
And here, let me give you guys the timestamp. So everyone comes into everyone proceeds into on the procession. They come into the deal. Here, let me copy this. This is at exactly 4 minutes in. Hitler takes his hat off that he's had on, and he declares it open. Let's do this.
Yeah, Zach, we were literally, that's how we got into this subject, because you were talking about the Olympics and Jesse Owens and how he dominated the 1936 Olympics.
And he says, I declare the 1936 Olympic Games open. And that's all he does. Then the crowd goes nuts, and then it goes back to doing the thing, right?
Crazy. That's craziness. This is an awesome video.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have this. I'm glad that we have YouTube, so we have footage like this easily accessible to us.
Wow. And this is, and oddly enough, I watched this week. I watched Valkyrie.
God, his haircut is hideous.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's hideous. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. It is crazy to see the footage, honestly. Yeah. There's probably some footage that's in color.
Maybe.
You could have probably seen some.
Maybe.
I think there's like a machine you can go through, put it through.
Oh, yeah. The
software.
Technicoloring or whatever it is.
I don't know.
But that's all he says.
Because like the data was still there, right?
He just declares it as open. And
like a normal human fucking being, Hitler. What the hell, man? Get it together, dude.
Nobody knows at that point. Oh, God.
Right.
Nobody knows.
Gonna go crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, apparently watch Icarus. I don't know. Watch on Netflix right now. Icarus is a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Jason was suggesting.
I watched
Jason
Valkyrie.
Has good suggestions.
I watched Valkyrie. This other one. Well, the problem is that Valkyrie came out the same year around. I want to say within like 2 months of Inglourious Bastards coming out.
Did it?
And
did it really? No way.
Yeah. Look at the release dates. I want to say they were very close. It's got to be the same year. IMDb. Let's go to this. Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
I have, yes, seen Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards is 2009. Valkyrie is
2008
yeah,
is,
so they would have been very
Valkyrie.
close.
Yeah, I think I actually liked. So there's a book for Valkyrie. So I don't want to make commentary on Valkyrie.
Right.
All I saw was Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, same people.
Nope.
Doing whatever he did in
different
Valkyrie,
people.
and it was kind of mediocre and okay.
Yeah. It was great, man.
And come on, there's windows in the bunker, man. Figure it out. No, you don't. The windows in the bunker. That's why it failed.
No, they didn't go in the movie. They didn't go.
Would
to the
you mute
bunker.
yourself again? Whatever your button is to
I
mute
didn't hit the
yourself, stop hitting it.
I
Oh
didn't
my
hit the
God,
button.
Punch-Out! How many days? How many weeks have we done this? Figure it out.
89, and
89.
I'm working on figuring out the interface. Just hang
Okay.
on a second.
Whatever button you have there, stop it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know how it happens.
All right. Anyways, the bunker. The bunker had windows. That's why the bomb didn't work.
Well,
Because
in the movie, they didn't have the meeting in the bunker. They had it in the little cottage next to it.
Oh, I see.
So
Well,
that's how they.
I thought the whole premise was that the bunker had no windows. Or bunker was supposed to have no windows, but it did have windows. Why would a bunker have windows, though?
The bunker had no windows
No, it had windows
in the movie.
in the movie. Wait, am I thinking? I didn't read the book, so I'm pulling this out of my butt then.
Ashley, weigh in because Ashley just said in chat it was amazing, which means she has committed this to memory most likely.
Well, Ashley still watches a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff I wouldn't call amazing or good or like if I were to go to hell and I was going to sit in front of a TV, the things that Ashley would enjoy would play on the screen for me in hell.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'll walk outside and look what she's has on the TV, and my respect for the planet and for her will lower.
Right.
Okay, like she watches some stuff. She watches. I mean, yeah, you just watch a lot of stuff, Ash.
Yeah.
Okay, based on the incredible true story. Yeah, Ashley consumes the media for sure.
Right. So they. What happens is a couple of apparently this happened up to 15 times because a couple of German
They tried to
patriots,
assassinate him 15 different times.
Yes, this was one of 15 attempts. With Stoltenberg is the actual guy who did this attempt, right?
Movie 7 out of 10, book 10 out of 10. Ashley says.
Movie 7 out of 10, book 10 out of 10. So Ashley is. There were.
Meanwhile, Max is like, oh, we didn't do blood doping.
Right.
Sorry, Max.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Don't blood dope, and maybe you can attend next time. I don't know what to tell you. That's how the show goes. Look, that's how the show goes. You're not.
We talked about it. We moved on, and Max.
moved on.
I don't know anything about it, Max.
Right.
You're preaching to the choir here. I'm preaching to the innocent choir boy. I don't. All I read was that article. I didn't even know you guys got banned. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
That means my dad. Have your dad come on the show, Max.
It's not your dad, right? So apparently there were. Okay, so obviously when Hitler's doing his thing in Nazi Germany, there's a lot of hope going in, and as the war goes on, they start to lose, and they start to hear about all the atrocities, and they start to hear about like, look, Germany is not about killing everybody and all this, but apparently the Führer is, right? And so,
like it's crazy. Like it's so disjointed sort of thing. It's like I'm just doing my job kind of deal for a lot of them. Like the guys who are running the camps, right? They're like, I'm just doing this because if I don't do it, they'll kill me.
Correct.
That's it. And then the guy above him is like, I'm just doing this because if I don't do this, he'll kill me.
Yes.
And all the way to some point where some guy's like, yeah, keep doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Is it Hitler? Is it Hitler's second guy?
Yes.
There's a lot of
all of them. Yes.
Right. There's a lot of supposition about who is actually doing what and who's in charge of what's going on.
And you had to assume that somewhere around there was some guys that went, guys, this is bullcrap. We need to do something about this because
we're losing. We're losing here. All right,
Yeah.
we made some bad tactical decisions. We're at war with Russia, America, Europe.
Yeah.
I mean,
England, everything. England, everything.
Everybody.
We're losing on all fronts.
It's not going great here.
Right.
Look, we kill the guy. We say sorry. All right.
Yes.
We get to be in control.
We
okay?
surrender now before we lose all
before they get
before
here.
we lose it all, right?
Right, because we're gonna, right? Like we've got ourselves in a pit.
And that's the setting of this movie, right? Is
Valkyrie.
It's closing in, and what we want to do right now is do a conditional surrender while we still have our troops, our money, our towns, and our dignity, and our wives and our family, like all of these. We want to do that, right?
Before Berlin gets bombed.
If they invade Berlin, it's going to be an unconditional surrender, and we're going to lose it all.
We're going to get split in half.
And you've got to believe, and not just covering their own asses, but you've got to believe that there's some. This guy, Stauffenberg, was at least in the movie, was played as a German patriot. Like he was doing this for the good of Germany. I got to take this crazy guy out, right?
We got to assassinate. I mean, you're always a good guy when you're trying to assassinate Hitler. It doesn't even matter your intention, to be honest, right?
Well, unless you're going to become Kim Jong. Hitler Jong-un and do worse, right?
Robot Hitler? Well, I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, okay, look, if you were given the potential for them to become Mega Hitler, but Hitler would die, would you take the shot? Right? I mean, you give it, I mean, like, at worst, you're going to get another Hitler.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, is that the Allies, it matters your intention.
Kind of matters your intention?
Yes,
it doesn't. Look, it's the karma neutral balance thing, okay? If you're, like, a really, really bad person, but you murdered Hitler, you know?
There is,
like...
I did hear about a couple of, as the first few times, or early on in the war, it was, yes, let's take Hitler out because we can stop this war, we can end the war, whatever. At some point, when the tides turned, they said no, because if Hitler's assassinated, then another guy will assume power, and because right now we got his name,
Hitler's number,
we got his number, we got his ass, and by the way, we assess that all of his, like 5 of his lieutenants are all better tacticians than him. So we need to keep this guy there. And then the Allies stopped trying to assassinate. And then all of those other assassination attempts were all internal. So the tide turned at some point where they went, look, we don't want to take him out of there. We got his name, right? We got his number, right?
I see. Interesting.
Right.
He was so inept at some point that you didn't want him dead.
Correct. So at some point, the Allies went, no. We'll take him, like, because we're going to get him, right? Because he's going down the same place and everything, right? So, the rise and fall of the Third Reich. So this week's assigned reading after class will be the first chapter, right?
The first chapter of the Rise of the Fall of the Third Reich. Do we have that book available? Actually, if I have to, I'll do it. Is this for extra credit or no? Is this going to be on the final text? Extra credit. I teach. Okay, Clinton. Wow.
Hi.
Jeez.
Hi. Yeah,
so
but apparently
we were talking about the Olympics. That's how we got here.
Apparently, that's what eventually happened. But you gotta assume that at some point, even the guys around him went, "We got to take this crazy guy out because we're gonna lose it all." Right?
He's a crazy man.
And I love Germany too much to let Germany go down like this.
See, right? Clinton, if you're interested in this topic, you should play Hearts of Iron.
No.
Why?
Too complex.
It's the simplest Hearts of Iron. I don't think. Have you seen 4?
But
it's much simpler.
But Deus Ex: Mankind Divided has a blade that comes out of your fist, which
you can punch a guy through a wall.
Yes, you can do that.
And I don't mean you can punch him and he'll go through a wall. I mean you can punch a guy when you're on the other side of the wall.
Yes, and you punch through him and the guy.
Wall and the wall and into him. Yeah,
I can't.
I can't dispute that. You can't do that. You could nuke Florida.
Yeah.
You could invade America as Brazil.
Yeah.
Or Canada or Mexico.
But yeah, and by the way, it's just like it seems fairly true to history. I mean, the end goal is, by the way, if they don't die in the movie, they die because the war killed everybody. Like everybody died. Everybody died.
Everybody
dies.
Everybody dies.
Whether they die in the movie or they die at the trials or they die at the invasion of Berlin or they die, everybody just wipes out, right? So Hitler sent Germany into this bad bloodbath cycle, and they it's just bloodbath everywhere. So.
Really, what started it was at the Treaty of Versailles, though, at the end of the Great War, right? That's really what started World War II. I think that's the very beginning of World War II. Having Germany pay reparations for the first Great War is what caused Hitler to be able to be in power in the first place, because of the oppression that was going on. That's how you get a fascist in power, is because of that. So in reality, is because of a poor decision made after the first.
Energy. It's the energy. Like you put
the pushing down.
Pushing
down.
No,
you guys are bad. You're bad. You're naughty people.
Right.
You're gonna have to pay reparations. You're gonna be poor.
Right.
Okay. We're taking you can't be militarizing their island. We're taking some of your land away.
Right.
You can't do these certain things. You can't build this stuff.
Right.
That's really what caused the second war.
Right. And then what do we do at the end of the second one? We go, hey guys, let me help you out.
Right. We do a lot of rebuilding there.
We rebuild. Right.
And now, luckily, Russia fell apart, or the USSR fell apart.
Right.
So the eastern half of Germany that was under control by them was eventually freed.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so now, you know, who are two of our biggest, you know, 80 years later, 70 years later, who are two of our biggest allies in that region? Germany, right? Japan.
Yep, definitely.
Check.
Definitely.
You know,
yep.
Italy. Check.
Japan has such a weird history of hate and love for the United States.
Yeah.
Like it's so back and forth. Like, when was it where America came over, started doing trade with Japan, and then some Japanese loyalists blew up some American ships, and then America just basically invaded. I can't remember what year this was. Well, we funded a war basically in Japan that overthrew the emperor and replaced him because we were selling guns to them. Last Samurai, whatever year that was set in, is basically
right. It was 1800s, right? Because
I think it was after the American Civil War, because we had a whole bunch of guys who had like no job, and all they had been doing for the past 30 years, 40 years is fighting a whole bunch, and they were like professional soldiers. So we needed something to do with them, and they were like, hey, let's start a war in Japan. Kind of, sort of thing. Sort of kind of deal. It kind of ended up that way. So there's a bunch of Americans there training Japanese soldiers to use guns and stuff like that, and fighting against the loyalists there. So that was all also going on, and they were really loyal to America after that. But then World War I happens, and then I don't understand.
Yeah,
super flip floppy, and then World War II happens again, and I don't understand. Really flip floppy there.
It's true.
Or Tom Cruise is in that too. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, look.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, do we need to what other Tom Cruise
movies? So we
movies,
compromised and we made them trade with the West. Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
What other Tom Cruise movies are historically significant about this conversation?
I can't even. We were talking about Japan. Japan is so flip floppy. I don't know how. We're big allies with Japan again, right? We have like a ton of trade with them. They're super democratic. Like they're like super on our side now.
Right.
Like I don't understand how they went from World War II Japan to present day Japan. Like such a huge difference.
Right.
And they're like in everything about them. Freaking Tom Cruise, man. You're just looking through his
on his movies. Yeah. And look here. And look here. In 1992. There was Lieutenant Daniel Caffey, who was a military lawyer. He defended two Marines who were on trial for murder. It was called A Few Good Men. And so Jack Nicholson was on the stand, and he's like, okay, you can't handle the truth. I think I'm entitled, you know. And then
Okay. Great. I don't think I've seen A Few Good Men.
Really?
Thank you. No, I don't think I have.
I saw that movie in its entirety on the TV in the hospital.
This thing that we had called television
in the hospital room.
You couldn't pick what was on the TV, okay?
You couldn't.
You just had to deal with what was on the channel.
You know
you
why?
could go to a different channel, but you couldn't say, hey, this.
You
had to deal with it.
On the TV in the hospital room, in the delivery room where I was having the first daughter, the first kid.
See, that's where you messed up. That's where you made your first mistake. That was your first error in life.
PFC Santiago was the victim, and he was given a code red, you see.
Contraceptives are cheap, Clown Town.
They are so cheap. They are so much cheaper.
They are so cheap.
So much cheaper. So much cheaper. Let me just refer you guys back to what episode was that with the Snippy Snip? Which one was that? Do you remember what number it was?
The Canon? What number? No, it wasn't that long ago. It feels like pretty fresh in our minds.
Oh man,
the Canon. The Canon wheels.
What was it?
And the dick slap that you got in there.
It was a cap.
To remember for the rest of your life.
Oh man, it was so great.
This stream is cruise control. I see what you did there. It took me a second, Jason.
Cruise control.
Cruise control.
There we go.
What number was the show where Clowntown got his snippy snip?
Was it Cannon Fodder? It was number 59, maybe.
Cannon. Oh yeah, 59 sounds right.
Sounds about right.
In the 50s, 59 I think it is.
I have
55, 59.
Finally.
In between there, because it was like a multi-episode thing. Also, we talked about this.
Right. me see. I think it's 59 because it says kind of dropping bombs, getting real. Oh yeah, the tagline was dropping bombs, getting real. So, yeah. If you ever wondered,
too many words, just women.
Oops, if you ever wondered, this is how it goes down.
That didn't rhyme, or there's no like.
No.
I wanted more from that. It was very
poor.
poor.
Yeah.
2 out of 10. 5 out of 7, perfect score.
Look at these pics in Imgur. Yep, these are all the canon. These are the canon thing. It's Fuzzles and
oh my gosh,
Fiston.
yes.
And then
I'm greeted by a Fuzzles, who is not a hobo. If you go look at him right now, he's a super hobo.
Oh, he's a total hobo.
He did the same thing that I did when I went full time.
Yep. Yeah, he just went crazy. We did
the incisions.
We did some Google Feud. And
oh yeah, Google Feud, right?
Google Feud.
That's fun. That started getting annoying when it was repeating itself. It was only time. We played Google Feud with Fuzzles too, didn't we?
Right.
Or I think
so.
What is Fenston up to? He's just dropped off the map now.
Yeah, I don't know. Hit him up. I think he drops in about once a month and says hey, I guess. I don't know.
Wow, you see him way more than I see him.
Fodder. Yeah, let me pull that. That's awesome, man. It's good pullback. There you go, cannon fodder.
Good pull out.
Good, yeah. That's how it goes down. And episode, if you ever wondered, episode 49 will give you the straight. Let me use a term from the 40s. It'll give you the straight dick about what goes on.
Which means like a difficult talk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a one-on-one conversation. The
there
straight dick.
Yep. Okay. There you go. There's a picture of the cannon, and the arrows indicate all of the bruising and points of activity. Anyway, episode 59 is where you want to be, guys. Don't
go watch those, guys. You can skip those, honestly. Like if there was filler episodes, those were definitely them.
That was not a filler episode.
All Clowntown talks about is his dick a whole bunch. That's it. That's it. That's all he does. Jason, you don't like Google Feud? Or what? You're not allowed to do? Oh, when you were on the show, you didn't get Google Feud? That's why you're never invited again.
We did a bunch of movie stuff. That was where Jason...
We talked about a ton of movie stuff.
That was where Jason and I had a great movie conversation.
And I was here.
And you sat silently?
I was here.
Yeah.
I was here. I was there for that.
Yeah, I know.
That was it.
You sat silently.
I was just here. Let them talk. It's fine.
Did Tom Cruise do a Pearl Harbor movie? I don't think he wasn't in the movie Pearl Harbor, but did he do one from Pearl Harbor? I don't think so.
Who was the other guy in Pearl Harbor?
No. Pearl Harbor was Batman guy, right?
Batman guy.
Affleck? Yeah, it was. It was Ben Affleck. That's right.
Good call. Good. You know your actors.
It was the new Batman. I mean, I should not say the Batman guy and be referring to Ben Affleck, but he is now. Unfortunately, he is now Batman. Which,
unfortunately, you have a preference for Batmans?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is your number one Batman?
I got to say he's number one Batman. Yeah.
Honestly, I just feel like Batman's is just not that interesting for me anymore.
Oh, dude.
I like pretty much all the cartoons iterations of Batman,
yes.
But all the human iterations of Batman are just kind of lackluster.
100%. I did like the Christian Bale one where, like the Dark Knight Rises. It's like, this is what, it shows him in the hospital and shows his knees all jacked up and his back, all this stuff wrong with him.
Yeah. That
is exactly what would happen if someone just said, all right, I'm going to be Batman.
Yeah, they'd be tore up constantly.
A million, I'm a gazillionaire, and I'm just going to decide, hey, I'm going to go be Batman. His body would give out, right? I mean, that's exactly what would happen. Is over time.
I agree with that.
Of swinging around off of buildings and punching people and getting punched and fighting Bane every single night. I mean, he's coming home with bruises and all that sort of stuff all the time. That is.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah,
nice.
That's exactly what would happen, right?
If you're getting into you're running around with Superman. Superman's literally incapable of death, basically, right? Like the guy can move the speed of light if he wants to.
But the animated series did I agree. The animated series did a much better job of portraying Batman and the guy. You remember the voice actor for Batman?
No, I do not know.
His name is Kevin Conroy, and
weird name.
He is he's actually a trained Juilliard actor. Like he's the real deal. He's a classically trained actor.
He ain't goofing a boot. He's the real deal.
Goofing a boot. And the way he played it was very interesting. That he said his Batman or the character Bruce Wayne in Batman, the dark, brooding, evil guy, or the dark, brooding. Not evil, but the dark, brooding, grumpy Batman is the real guy. And so he sat down. He sat down on his voice a little bit, like he really sat down on it, right?
Sat down on it. What a strange term.
That's what he calls it. That's what he says he does. I listened to like a 3-hour interview with him, and
okay.
He says, "What you have?
Well, you're a goddamn expert, then, aren't you?"
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon. You know, and he gets down like that, and he says I chose to play it like that from episode 1 because that is the real guy. And then he says when he has to go into Bruce Wayne like on the phone, he puts on an almost farcical voice because
his $1 million voice.
His real persona is Batman. His fake persona is Bruce Wayne. Right?
I see what he's trying to say.
So everyone else is switching that around, right? Where
the normal
I'm
voice
just a normal
is
dude, but I'm trying to get down, you know. And when I play a superhero, I
have a really deep voice. But see, that is what it comes off as. He's like, oh god, he's doing his deep voice as Batman.
Right. And Christian Bale's Batman voice is horrible. I hate it.
I don't like it. It sounds really fake.
He's it sounds fake and put on. He's where is she? Where is she? Yeah, yeah, it's horrible. But
it just feels like it would hurt him after a time. He's like, hold on.
It's got to take like 6 weeks off his life every time he does.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's a fun voice to have, and I don't think it makes him feel lame.
Right.
Like I feel like the Joker. Like, are you doing that fake voice? You do the fake voice to me right now.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
but the reason why is the animated series writing plus the voice acting made it almost a perfect Batman series, right? Plus you have Skywalker as the Joker, right? The guy who played Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. Really? He's the voice of the Joker, the animated Joker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that.
You know, and he's all up there. He's all up there. No bats. You know, he's doing. You know, he's doing that.
The Joker's laugh is the most important part.
Come on now, Batsy. You know, and he's 100%. All putting on. And Mark Hamill does a great Joker, and in his.
I think I could be a great Joker.
Probably. And he
chaotic evil,
and in his audition, he pulls the trigger is too important to give to an ordinary citizen. Yeah, that's right.
You sound ridiculous.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. So when Mark Hamill was trying to audition for the Joker, let me see, Joker. Let me see if there's a. He did this crazy put on fake laugh in the audition, and then he went home, and like 4 weeks later they called him and they said, we loved it, can you come back in, that voice that you did, the laugh, everything was great. And he goes, oh crap, I don't remember what I did, right? So he had to spend the next 2 weeks trying to remember how he did it.
They didn't record the session?
They did. That's what he sent the tape in to go get it done. And he was freaking out because he could not really remember what he did.
You messed up so bad just now, Clowntown.
What is that?
I thought that was a Batman quote. The trigger is too important to give to an ordinary citizen is what Batman says about the trigger, not what Joker says.
There's one speech that the Joker gives because there's an ordinary citizen that kills Batman, and the Joker is so pissed that he didn't get to do it, and he's giving Batman's eulogy, but he loses it because the honor of killing Batman was taken away from him.
I think that's exactly how the Joker would want Batman to die, to a normal dude.
No. The Joker, Batman eulogy. Yes.
I feel like Joker loves chaos. This is my own definition of the Joker. He would love if Batman were to trip and fall and break his neck on the way down the stairs. That would just be the climax of all the universe screwing Batman over. He fell and broke his own neck.
Well,
Like that's what the Joker would be all about.
it's one of the few times we ever see the Joker as really sad and depressed is when he finds
Joker
out
loves Batman.
he needs him. He needs him.
Evil needs good to be evil.
He needs Batman, right?
Without the Batman, the Joker is bored. The Batman, okay?
Right.
Please, when we talk about Batman, we have to say the Batman.
Yeah. So here he is. This is a scene. This is a scene from that. It's where a guy named Mr. Spats, he's like this little accounting dude, accidentally kills Batman, or of course, so we think, right? Because
Accidentally?
yeah. And so there's a picture of the Joker just all just torn up, and he gives this eulogy, and he just loses it because, and he goes off on this little accounting dude because he's so disappointed that he didn't get to do it, and he starts calling him a.
He does look really sad.
Yeah,
he looks like the saddest Joker ever.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that quote. It's a really good eulogy because he starts insulting the little accounting guy instead of giving the eulogy for Batman. Right?
Why would the bad guy give a eulogy? What is spicy chili? Order it and eat it. If you order from that link, I get paid. Sponsored by Zuma Seedon.
Crazy. You find that thing. The mound of diseased hyena filth who's not fit to lick the dirt from my spats. And he's pointing at the that accounting dude. I don't remember what it is, but there you go. Interesting little play, and they did that whole scene very well because the Joker does. He loves Batman. He loves the idea of it and all that sort of thing. And
you're sponsored by the Zumba? Well, I'm sponsored by Amazon, so anything Amazon sells, I'm sponsored by. Yes.
Right. And then
look at me. Look at me. I'm sponsored by everything. Okay.
Whatever you
can think of. All right. Yes, correct.
And you remember the
that's a really good link. Click on Ashley's link and look at that. So there.
Yes, I have that.
So this is a Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman revealing their true identities to one another while holding the lasso of truth.
Yeah.
The lasso of truth is this really lame but super useful tool
100%.
that Wonder Woman has. Hella useful. I'll tell you what. It makes you tell the truth always. And they're like, what's your identity? Okay.
Right. And
You're not sponsored by me. You're watching my show right now. Warlocks. Joke's on you. I get paid ad money for watching stuff on Twitch. Okay.
Yeah. It's sponsored by
Sponsored by Warlocks. So Batman in this case, what's your true identity? It's Batman.
And then
I really am Batman. I am
freaking
Batman.
Clark Kent is going. Yeah, well, Clark Kent, Daily Planet, Superman, whatever, and Batman just stares her dead in the face and goes, Batman.
Batman, man.
It's great. That's exactly right. And that is how Kevin Conroy played it, where he is the Batman. He is the rich. Kid.
I am the Batman.
He is the rich kid with issues, right? He is the dark, brooding guy, and sure enough, there you go.
The straight dick Superman comic. Well, everyone loves that. Like, language doesn't change. Like, come on. Yes, straight dick at one point meant something else.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know what straight dick means right now. If you were to walk up to me and say, "I'm going to give you some straight dick right now," I'd be like,
"Really?
I'm not sure what I'm getting. What are you selling right now? You're going to give me some straight talk? Because I feel like that's what that's if someone were to say straight dick to me, that's what I would assume.
Well, I see. Let me put my windows.
Is it solid dick? Because you see now that's different.
Solid.
So if I'm going to give you some solid dick, no, you're not, sir.
Is it solid? Link it in chat for me.
Chuck. Don't Google search straight dick. Hold on a second. I just got the internet today. I don't want to see any dicks on the internet. Oh no. What could I possibly run into by typing straight dick?
Yeah. What's the? I forgot. George Clooney was a horrible Batman.
Can we forget about George Clooney as Batman though?
Val Kilmer was not.
This is the guy
super good.
Is this the guy with the fake abs, right? Or no?
They all had fake abs.
Yeah, but some of the fake abs are worse than other fake abs.
Right.
This guy wasn't the worst Batman ever. There's some worse Batmans.
Actors who played Batman.
The Batman.
Josh Hutcherson. Affleck. Adam West.
That's the worst Batman.
Yeah, I agree.
Adam West is the worst Batman.
And Kevin
Now, he did get to beat...
Yeah, Kevin Conroy. Michael Keaton. Keaton was an okay Batman.
I don't know, Keaton.
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
The Batman?
The very, very first, it was one of the first ones after Adam West. It was in the 90s, I want to say. Maybe the late 80s.
Lego Batman. I hear Lego Batman's really good.
All the Lego stuff
You're not
is
allowed
good.
to post links here. Not because of us, but because of Twitch. I think we have the Twitch setting enabled that you're not allowed to post links. Sorry.
Right.
You want to post links, post in our Discord. Otherwise, Rippering us.
Right.
We can go fix that.
Oh, I think the wife knows about this one. Let me show you this one. Speaking of different types of dick, here's some. There's some spotted dick. There.
Apparently, that comic is shooped. Is it?
Shooped.
Shopped.
Yeah, don't do solid either. I think
Solid dick.
Adam West, Kevin Conroy, Michael Keaton was okay, and Kristen Bale. Everybody else can we can forget about it, I guess.
Yeah, and Batman's gone through some tough times. All right,
Yeah.
I think is what we come to.
Yeah.
Poor Batman.
There you go. Danny DeVito was Penguin. I think he did a good Cobblepot. He did okay.
I think that man, we don't see a whole lot of Penguin. Is it just Penguin? Is his name that enemy?
The Penguin, yeah.
The Penguin. That's a really lame, really lame. Like, why are you afraid of a penguin?
Oswald Cobblepot. He was Burgess freaking Meredith. Then it was Danny DeVito and no other.
Burgess freaking Meredith. Wow, you were really aggressive with that.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith was a bad mother trucker. He was Rocky's trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Mick. You know?
No, I don't know. It's not. Rocky really isn't my thing.
He died in
like
97.
I don't really love Rocky.
Yeah.
I know Adrian.
Right.
It's basically what I know of that.
Yeah.
All right. Like, I think that was like probably my dad's thing. You know, so maybe,
Rocky?
like, yeah, probably.
Rocky's pretty timeless movie. The first one was pretty good.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it is timeless. I think it's pretty. Like, if you were to go back, it would age. You know. When's the last time you watched Rocky?
It's the 70s. Yeah.
Right. Like there's nothing timeless about the 70s.
But Rocky's
it's
story
the inverse
of a guy who doesn't really win with his speed or his strength. He wins with his heart, right?
Yeah, and yeah, it's a cliche. Is it? No, that doesn't make it timeless. It makes it kind of boring. The first Rocky is an amazing movie. All right.
It is.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered here. Whatever.
It is.
Whatever.
It's very well. All the other ones are they go downhill really quickly. Like he's fighting he's fighting Mr. T. He's fighting Dolph Lundgren, who's like 7 foot tall.
Oh my God, but he's not very tall.
Oh yeah.
He's
and
small, isn't he?
Stallone is not a tall dude. Yeah, you're right. He's.
I mean, I feel like Aliens is much more timeless than Rocky. Like Ripley.
What Alien did a good job at is not dating itself.
Right. Yes. That it's much more timeless because of that.
Yeah.
Like there's no one did Aliens before.
Right. And the technology that they were using in that movie could still be futuristic today.
It's okay, right? Like you could look at man, this is really old.
Right.
It looks a little bit. I'm sure I haven't watched it in forever.
Same with like Star Trek has done a very good job with that, like with phasers and all that.
Star Trek? Not the first one. I feel like the first one was really
phasers could
like
still talking with
the
someone,
LCD screen thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
The first one didn't have.
Right.
Like there was no screens at all.
Right.
Like it was all like little buttons. It's so weird.
Right.
Like when I watched that recently, and it's just so.
But
all of it is so odd.
By Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, right? They had screens. They had phasers.
Right.
They
sure.
had
Yes.
At
this point,
touch shirt communication.
I like that. That's always good.
They had hyperdrive. They had light speed. Like all of these things, even 30 years in advance, would still be futuristic today, right? And you could say, okay,
it's hard to do that.
It's so hard. It's almost impossible because
to predict what's going to happen. You know, actually,
if you're in
Space
the 80s,
Odyssey.
If you're in the 80s, you're not going to predict this is going to happen.
Right. It's hard to do.
It's
right?
hard to
exactly
do.
what it's going to look like and what it's going to feel like. Meanwhile, 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968, still also holds up really well.
Which one?
No, a Space Odyssey, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
From 1968.
Yes, it does. You're right.
That one holds up hella good.
It's hard to predict. Like, you would have never thought this was going to happen. So what you have to do is you have to predict like 6 generations past this.
Yeah,
so that
kind of not.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of not possible.
Like phasers and teleporters and...
The only thing I don't like about the phasers is how you hold them.
Yes.
Like, you hold them like a remote.
Why not just have a trigger? You know?
I don't know, right? Like, this feels ergonomic. Like, you didn't have to reinvent the wheel here.
Right.
It could have just been a space laser, a space gun.
Right.
But
We
you have to, like,
had revolvers. We had revolvers
Yeah.
that conform to our hand.
Yeah, you know.
But
instead,
essentially
you have
now,
this weird. You have a remote, basically.
It's a fat. No, it's a fat remote. It's like
it is. It's
like
really fat at the end.
It's like it's like this. It's like a cowbell.
It's like a cowbell, and then it has like this really unergonomic thing that like shoots off of the back of it that you're supposed to grip onto.
Right.
And you really have a little baby hand on it. Like, so it's very easy to knock it out of your hand. Like, that's part of its design. In fact,
looks like a soldering iron.
Yeah.
Okay, so here there's two. Well, there's 2 of them. There's 2 types. Here,
It's really bad.
Let me show you. Star Trek phaser, number 1.
Most people think 2001 is too long and boring. It is very long, 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it is very plotting.
Okay,
The movie's like 6 hours.
It is, but I do have.
It's 2 hours 40 minutes, guys. Come on now.
When I was a kid, I did practice some lines from that movie. If you guys,
Spaghetti westerns age well. Yes, I agree, because there is effectively no effects during those. They're like Jason just said, practical effects. It is very slow, which I think that if you're going to make a space movie, you kind of make it slow. Like, people love that girl flipping through space.
Gravity.
Yeah. What's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock in Space is what I call that movie.
Yeah. Well, she's...
people love that, and that's the same kind of tension. It's just not longer, I guess.
Here's the soldering iron phaser.
Okay, so this is the one I'm thinking of.
Right.
I think this is the more ergonomic one than the one I'm thinking of.
And then there's this one, which is like a handheld cowbell with some dials and a button.
Like that girl, yeah. Sandra Bullock in Space is the name of it.
It's so this.
Hold on. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, I've seen some ones that at the very end have like a little thing poking off at the end of it too.
Right.
I want to say. So, like, this is terrible.
Right.
God awful. Could you imagine going on a killing spree with one of these things? No. I could not. Couldn't go. Wouldn't even feel good going postal with one. Or maybe a taser? Not even a taser, though. The tasers have triggers and stuff. The tasers are like a gun, Jimmy.
Yeah,
like it has. It's everything that has a gun has.
Which is better.
It's got trigger.
Because
it's got sight.
So this one's better because it has a thinner handle on it, almost like a pistol grip, but it's still still thumb operated.
Ah, see this? Yes. See, no, that's even worse. I think because it's still the thumb operation is just
right.
You don't operate. This is not the finger that you want to be doing the sensitive operations with. Okay,
you need your booger. You need your booger picker is what you need to
exactly
do
your booger picker to operate things. Right. I mean, you could hold it in one hand and do this. I mean, that's what you. I mean, that's maybe what you do with your remote. In fact,
right. That's what I would do if I had to count. If I had to kill people with a cowbell.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm going around a corner. I'm like,
right.
Pew, pew. No, I don't think
it's
so.
It's a two-hand operation for sure.
This feels wrong. Feels incorrect.
Right.
Now I appreciate that it's probably extremely lightweight. Okay. Look, just give me a trigger guard.
But
you know what? That'd be these need trigger guards too. These are weapons. If I dropped it and they were just a hit on the top bit of it, who knows? It could just blow up.
Right. You're diving out. All right.
Thing's got like a nuclear reactor in it. It can freeze people in place.
Yeah. This one's where it's at. This is the best of the 3.
Is it the one? See, no. Okay, if it's the one I think it is, it has like the push-in button to fire, but it doesn't have a trigger guard. And the push-in button seems also wrong because you don't pull back on it.
Right.
You push it in.
Yes.
Like this. This is the direction of motion rather than like this.
Right.
So that also seems wrong.
If you Google
your trigger pull is going to be whack.
Google Star Trek phasers.
Like they have regressed in guns, which I don't necessarily think is incorrect for them. But you came from human society, which is constantly at war. Effectively, okay, we're constantly making guns. And stuff.
Yes.
And then you in advanced, 200 only. I think 300 years, not even.
Yeah, 23, whatever. Right.
So yeah, like 300 years from now, we just forgot how guns work. We can't make a good gun. No, wrong. Okay, we're making better guns.
Unless our fingers change, then right? But Kirk's finger is like my finger.
Normal, guaranteed 100% a human finger. Okay?
It's a human
Not
finger,
a
right?
problem.
Unless, okay, I get it. If our fingers change or we grow a sixth one or something, you know, like
Sure, yeah.
I'm down with. Okay, well because we're.
Oh, you're right, Darafin. You can shave with these things. You can set them to non-lethal. You can set them to shave. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can pick your nose with them. If in fact, I think these things can.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, there are phaser rifles. Deep Space Nine and Enterprise have rifle versions. Deep Space, in fact, the Enterprise has Marines on ships rather than just seamen on ships. They have like specific. These are the Marine guys, and there is a.
Yes.
There's even the security officer is in charge of the Marines on board. Like Tasha Yar is in charge of security, but she doesn't really have Marines. They don't wear a different uniform. They don't have different guns. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, in Enterprise, they literally have Marines on board the Enterprise.
Sometimes you need them.
Does Voyager have rifles too? I don't remember Voyager having rifles. I know Deep Space Nine Enterprise did. Babylon 5. I don't know anything about Babylon 5.
Okay, this looks like from. Oh, this is one from First Contact. So this is I'll show you an oldie and a new one. An older and a new one. Okay, so here's another rifle. Yeah. Okay. So these look better because they are not all wonky like what we were looking at. This is.
Oh, did you warlock?
This is a trigger. There's a trigger guard. And a button, but there's still a trigger guard, and it's done with this. There's also a second hand for your second hand. There's a handle. So
See, now that strikes me as a little bit weird because these presumably these don't have recoil, right?
Right.
Because they fire light.
Yes. Right. So why would you need a second other than aiming? I mean,
it's I don't know. Like I guess you're holding the battery up. I don't know because I suspect the battery's in the back actually, not in the front.
Okay, this one. This one is from First Contact.
The M56 smart gun from Aliens.
Like that.
See, I don't remember. I haven't watched Aliens in so long. I'm gonna Google that real fast.
Yeah.
See, this thing is still a ballistic
alien gun M.
Oh, this is some Shadowrun stuff right here, where you aim it with your eyeballs. Oh, see this? Yes, this one looks like the one in Voyager.
Right.
I want to say this is what the Voyager tech would be. This is also looks like the Deep Space Nine one. This is something you got from like an airsoft store. Look at the sight on this one. It's got like a big lip at the bottom there.
Oh, is that the M56 or is that?
No, I'm looking at the one you have up on screen a second ago. The M56 smart gun is like the Shadowrun thing where you have like a thing inserted in the back of your brain and you look at the target to fire at it rather than you aim with the gun.
All right, where's Alien? Okay.
It's only you need a bigger bullet, a bigger stock, right? You need a battery though. Like the laser rifles are going to have a problem with battery size because they're powered by a battery. So they're probably actually going to be heavier or just as heavy as a ballistic weapon because of the weight of the battery, presumably. I don't know what like if it's like fission operated. Holy shit!
Yeah,
that'd be insane. If you have a fission powered rifle, that would be nonsense. It could blow up the entire ship, right? Like,
right.
That seems crazy. So I assume it's just electrical powered. I don't know. Once you have a phaser that can disintegrate people, why do you need a bigger one? The Borg is a great example of why you'd have a bigger one. Their battery? I assume they have a battery. I don't know.
Some sort of energy source, right?
Yeah, some sort of energy source. I don't know what they use.
This is the M56.
Some kind of cool battery.
This is the M56 right here. It's
you know what? They would probably have the bioelectrics in them rather than our traditional battery because that's what most of the ship runs on, right? Bioelectrics.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the. Oh wow, this is a really nice. It's got like looks like someone actually used this for about 15 seconds because it has the grips on it. Right. And this is the weirdest looking gun I've ever seen in my life.
What do the bullets come out of this? Everyone remembers in their head the sound of the alien gun going off, right? Do you remember the machine guns going?
No, I don't remember. In my head,
it is that the sounds in Alien were also very, expertly done because their guns sounded different. They this one.
Post a link in when you find it. Okay, there's the Voyager rifle. By the way, that shooting position that Janeway has is absolutely god awful. That's why she's a seaman and not a Marine. Okay. So she's holding her rifle and she goes, "I don't want it to hit me. Gotta lean back.
Right.
Lean away from it, not into it. Gotta lean into your firearms, ladies and gentlemen.
Right,
but it doesn't matter because they don't have recoil anyway. To be honest.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember any sounds. I wanted the factorial turns to sound like that. See these guns? I don't know where the bullets come out of these guns. They look ridiculous.
Alien gun.
She's a seaman. She's a seaman. She's a crewman. A seaman. She's a seaman. All right.
Yeah.
She is a seaman. I assume they call them seamen still. They're on boats. They call them ships.
Let me see if what's her name shoots this gun.
What's her name?
Vasquez. Vasquez.
Oh, Vasquez. Yeah, I knew who that is. Of course.
This one's her name is Vasquez, right? She's the one that.
If you want some cool future guns, I think Shadowrun has the coolest future guns in the entire world. Shadowrun.
Shooting. Let me see if I can find that alien gun shooting. This is not one where she shoots, but it's like
Shadowrun guns are like Deus Ex guns.
It kind of growl. The gun kind of growls.
It growls at you. It's angry.
Yeah.
You're keeping its treat away from it. Arr. Grr.
Okay, here it is.
Those ammo counters go.
Is StarCraft dropship? You mean? I mean, the StarCraft dropship is a reference to Alien. Yes. She is a StarCraft dropship. Is she? She voice acts it? I didn't know that. I knew that the voice line from the StarCraft dropship was a reference to Alien.
In the pipe, 5x5.
5x5. Yeah, they have that for StarCraft. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize she actually voice acted it. That's crazy.
And they also did a throwback to the actor in Avatar was also the throwback to the Alien pilot with the wraparound shades. In the pipe, 5x5.
It's not dive. It's 5x5, right?
Yeah, 5x5.
Yeah.
I think. In the pipe.
I'm not sure she acted it. I don't think she did.
Yeah. Start type in Google in the pipe and then hit space, and the first one up is 5x5.
And before when you enter that, it says no, it's actually dive.
D. D does not do dive.
Are you sure?
Yes,
no.
I am. Yes,
as
I
sure
am.
as the internet can be about something. I don't know.
Now it is 5x5 because 5x5
I think
is
5x5.
Isn't it ready to go? That means 5x5 is ready to go.
5x5 doesn't mean shit. Okay, that's made up. Listen to me, okay? It sounded military, and they said it.
Technically, everything is made up, okay?
Okay, you're right. You ain't wrong. If we're going to be in that position, playing devil's advocate, you'll find that all in language is arbitrary and means nothing besides what the user implies upon it. Yeah, thanks, Clown.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
I like to keep handy for close. I like to keep this handy for close encounters, yes. I think there's a reference to that in Jurassic Park also. There's a lot of references to that.
So 5x5 is these scales from 1 to 5, where 5 is the worst, or 1 is the worst and 5 is the best. And it's a scale of signal strength and clarity. So if I'm a perfect signal and perfect strength, I'm 5x5.
You made that shit up just now.
It's
you just went, whoop. Yeah, let me pull that out of my ass here.
No.
Okay.
Look, right here. And then if it's... Okay, look.
Never in my life, Clowntown. Look, I jumped from aircraft, okay?
Okay. Yeah, it's not from the military for sure. It's probably... It's art. It's not
some
military,
shenanigans.
It's art. Yeah, it's probably that, right? But 5x5 is signal and clarity. Like, I received your
30 seconds.
Order received. Copy. I think it's a copy. In the pipe.
5 seconds. Yep. That's what we had.
I posted some.
That's what gets my heart pounding.
I posted some airborne memes out there. So
some airborne memes, did you?
Yeah. There's some airborne memes in the.
All right, let's miss those.
In the thing, and it was equal amount of tomfoolery. Let's see, where's the airborne?
Jump from aircraft crashing? No, sir. It was a perfectly stable and well-equipped aircraft. The pilots were perfectly okay. Did it for fun.
Yep, did it for fun.
And for training.
Funsies. Yeah.
For little lulz, okay? Packed with all my stuff. Stuff that basically weighed as much as I did. Like 75, 80 pounds of gear jumping out of aircraft.
Week 1, separate the men from the boys. Week 2, separate the boys from the fools. Week 3, the fools jump.
The fools jump.
There you go.
Honestly, day 1 is week 1. Day 1, I think 50% of the airborne school dropped out. Day underscore 1.
For sure.
50% of people are gone. Because I remember being so many people the first day. So many people. Like it was. So there's 4 different areas in between 2 different buildings that we were in, and it was like we were packed. Like it was full. Like everyone had a room. There was no space at all. There was 4 guys in my barracks. Like day 2 came around, there was 2 guys in my barracks. It was like a ghost town.
Yep.
Everybody was gone. Sent freaking home. That's a lot. That's what I said.
Sent home?
Like I was like, oh my god, so many people. Yeah, sent. Bye. You failed. Day 1, you're out of here. And let me tell you, easy day 1.
What's the fail? Well, I mean, okay. So example of what was the test?
They was just a normal Army physical fitness test.
Oh, push-ups.
Just push-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run. Did you pass it? Did you not? That's it.
Aren't you supposed?
50% of the people there. That's what So me, I just came back from AIT, which was a infantry AIT, the most grueling experience of my life.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
End of story. I got here. I got the weekends off, man.
Right.
I did a PT test this morning, and that was it. I had the rest of the day off. What do you mean 50% of the people here have failed? What are you talking about? Me and the guys that came with, we met up. We were like, what the hell happened? Yeah. Everybody else failed 50%? Because
right.
all the people that came from AIT with, we were like, yeah, that was an easy day, man. That was nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nonsense.
I don't understand. Yeah, okay.
Look.
All right.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Apparently, the physical fitness test is hard for peeps. Honestly, the scariest week was week 2, because week 2 is don't jump from an airplane week, but it's the jump from high stuff.
The tower.
Climb that. Jump off. Yeah, good. You hit the ground. All right, next. Can you do it again? Yeah, you hit the ground again. Good. Do it again. I hated that. Because I don't know, like the tension the first time you jumped off the high thing, that's fine. Ow, that hurt. Okay, get back on it. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And it did it again. Oh, this is the 3rd time I'm jumping off this object. The last 2 times, it hurt.
Jump
again. All right.
You gotta. Are you no shoot or no rappel?
No, just jump on. You just literally week 2 is fall down, over and over again. Okay, climb this, jump off of it, over and over again. You have to learn how to fall. Okay. Like the PFLT, parachute landing fall, PLF. That's what it is.
PLF.
Parachute landing fall.
Okay.
And it's a certain technique, and you just fall. I mean, I had bruises up and down my side. Well, yeah, you fall for a week. It wasn't really like physically, like it just hurt a lot. That's it. What happens if you miss? If you miss a day, you're done. Like if you hurt yourself or get sick, and you just reset. Go to week 1 again. You jump off a thing. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay. Or other times we would hang from a thing. We would go up a ladder, hang from a thing. The thing would it was like crap. How did it's? You went on a trip with this one time, Clowntown, where you grab the thing and it goes down a rope.
Oh, zip line.
Okay, zip line. You get on a zip line. You're on the zip line. You're going, and all right, let go. You just let go off the zip line. You hit the ground.
What? Hang on.
That's it. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That's what, and then the other half of training is all right. Climb this rope. All right, do it again. All right, because you have to be able to use the risers when you have to be able to pick up your entire weight like it's nothing.
Right.
So like you're
you need
falling
to be able
off
to do
the plane,
pull-ups. Right.
And you're like, okay, I need to go right. The way you go right is you start climbing your freaking parachute.
Right.
Okay. You start pulling as much on that one side of the parachute as you possibly can, which means you have to pick up your weight plus the 70 pounds of weight that you have on you to be able to move your chute around.
Right.
All right. So. Airborne school is falling and picking yourself up. That's it. Anybody could do it, to be honest. I don't know how people failed airborne school. It's the easiest school I've ever been to.
PLF. Well, I mean, the other one is like I mean, didn't everybody just there's dudes that washed out at the last minute. That's one of your better stories. Right. Is on
those
the
guys.
jump.
No, the chicken out guys. The chicken out officers. The whole group of chicken out officers. I still think about that.
Right.
I don't know what that's weird. Like they trained for 3 weeks to do this thing, and we're in the probably the most tired I've ever been. I don't know why. It was just tired, and it was a terrible day. It was cold.
Parachute landing.
Not eating
fall.
Very well.
PLF. This is PLF. The Google. There's your technique. Right.
You googled it. The PLF. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems about right. You want me hit? Yep. That's exactly the PLF we do today.
Hit and roll.
It's feet ass head is what we call it.
Feet ass head. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that order.
It's meant to disperse your weight as you go. The only thing that I would say about this PLF is this guy's a ninja because he somehow undid his chute while he was hitting the ground.
Right, and he was rolling.
For me, it was always bang, ow, ow. Okay, my chute's pulling me. Then I was never this high speed. I was never hitting the ground and releasing my chute at the same time. One time I hit the ground, and there was a instructor, a cadre, talking to me as I'm falling, and he's giving me instructions, and I do the thing. And I hit the ground, and like he's running toward me while my chute's pulling me away from him. And he's like, "Release your chute." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Pull the thing, because the wind will pick up the chute and start moving you. I mean, It's got way more, and it's just dragging me across the ground. I actually got a guy pass out upon impact, and you just see him getting drugged across the field for like a minute, and then he finally wakes up, pulls his chute off. Get airborne by climbing the tower, jumping off, and missing the ground. Oh no, you always hit the ground.
No, yeah, you always hit the ground. 100%. It's not.
I didn't actually. I think my class was the last year that we did that. The tower was a thing. They removed the tower.
Right, because
from the
some
course.
dudes put their ankles into their knees.
Yeah, they broke their legs.
Yeah,
many guys. Well, one of the guys I went there with from AIT broke his leg. It's the thing. If you hurt yourself, you break something, you're cool. Like you're golden. Oh God, this is. Wait, is this literally the camp, dude? You're literally. Oh God. Okay.
I just googled parachute landing fall, and this may be
the thing about this clown town is there's only one place they do this. So if you have pictures of training from airborne, it is going to be. I was boots on ground here, literally at this the gravel pit right there. I probably fell into 100 times. Okay. Yes, they removed the tower phase of the class because of injuries.
Right.
So I was the last group to do the tower. There is only one place, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Yep.
6 buildings.
Yep.
I think it's 6 buildings where you stay.
Fort Benning.
Where airborne troops stay. One group. Not a lot of people go to airborne school.
Right, there you go.
These guys, this guy right here, I think 2 of these guys are in airborne battalion already. So they must be new to the battalion there. So yeah, like I got pinned on the same field. I got my airborne wings on the same field that people in World War II who were jumping got pinned. Like there were guys who were in World War II at the ceremony watching me get pinned at airborne school.
Oh, wow.
On the same field, doing the same thing, the same course. I think the only thing that changed is that they used to put braces on their legs, like big metal things on their legs when they hit the ground. They stopped doing that because that breaks your legs. That's why that's why they invented the PLF.
Well,
the parachute landing fall.
Remember, the Army only does things because of as a reaction to something that has happened.
Oh
right?
my God, yes. These are literally yes. I know this exact day and this exact drill. This is great. This is I don't think I've seen pictures of this place for forever. These are all airborne guys. These are all guys in airborne bat.
Yep.
I don't know why they're here right. They were supposed to be doing training.
Oh,
they're all boots though.
I bet you. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give you another building because this looks like a this has a Benning-ish look to it.
Benning-ish look. These guys have brand new uniforms and stuff. Brand new helmets.
Hey, I never got any brand new helmets.
I don't think I wore a helmet during training. I don't think I was wearing. These guys are wearing helmets right now. I don't think we wore our helmets during this, if I remember rightly.
Every time I show my buddy Rob any kind of picture on the Army today, he gets so pissed off about, hey, I never got a blah blah blah. You know. There you go. There's this looks remarkably like Benning here, and I think this is like parachute. You're hanging up. They're telling you what to do and how to climb and how to turn right and left and all that. So that's this thing. They're hanging from the ceiling, literally.
Oh yeah, this is a simple drill. We did this outside though. Yeah. Oh, look at Fat Boy on the left. He can't hack it. So yeah, this is a simple drill. This box thingy. You trying to get a head injury? I don't know, man. Whatever. You would
hey.
You would just pull yourself up and hang there for a time. This was just exercise, honestly, for pull-up stuff. And this is how you mess with your risers, etc. I don't think this is in the United States though.
Oh really? No.
I would say. I don't know where this is at. These aren't U.S. troops, I don't think. Clowntown.
Are they? How do you know? Oh,
they have a weird uniform on. That's for damn sure. Brown boots.
That is. It says U.S. Army. Army.mil.
I don't know the last time that we wore brown boots.
Oh, maybe not.
I see an American flag there. I see another. I don't know. Jason, we put American flags anywhere we can.
The moon.
Okay.
The moon.
Anywhere.
We're not there.
We'll put them.
We'll put them anywhere.
This place doesn't even have air. The primary function of a flag is to blow in the fucking wind. We put one on the moon. Okay? We will put flags anywhere.
You see that? That's mine. It's like a male cat will pee on anything and claim
Zan, I know exactly what you're talking about. You hang them from a doorway frame?
Yep.
and then you bounce. The kid can bounce it. You can just kick his legs up and
Same
down.
deal.
That's exactly the same thing.
All right, check out
these.
check out this.
These aren't bouncy though. They don't have any elasticity.
Bouncy. This one right here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a great day. This is the.
That's Tower Week. Is what? The
that
captain
guy's
said.
wearing a. Okay, these guys are actually in airborne school because he has this thing on the back of his head. That's his number. That's his designation. He is in 3rd platoon. He has never failed a time in airborne school because you have a designator if you failed. You have G, T, and A if you failed before. G if you failed in ground week. T if you failed in tower week. And A if you failed in air week. You can have GTA. You can have GT. You can GA. Except you can have all permutations and such. If you ever fail twice, you're done. You're cut. Okay. So having a G on you, like you got a stamp on you, like, hey, if this guy messes up during this week, he's got a problem, right?
Yeah.
So you might be able to see some. See, this is how our covers and stuff look like that. So I remember wearing the helmet now, and I remember my number being 428. I want to say 4th platoon, 2nd squad, 8th down. But once the 50% thing was done, I was actually 4th platoon, 2nd squad, 3rd down. I remember this also.
3rd down.
This is great, Clowntown. This is bringing super memories back for me. So this area, there is like a whole bunch of. It's like an obstacle course. I was only here for we only did like 1 day of this, but this is a super fun thing. It was like it's like an obstacle course, and you have to do like all kinds of different things. You have to like pull your chutes at a certain time. You have to fall into a net. This is a pretty fun day. This is one of the more interesting training days.
Oh wow.
This is cool. Now this is actual guys training.
Yeah.
I don't see any more detail in here. Like the thing in the back left there, that's where the gravel pits are, and you fall down a whole bunch there.
Yes. Yeah.
This is Benning, by the way. I was standing here. I stood in this field for sure. 100%.
Right on. There you go. Yeah, Fort Benning. All of my buddies came out of all of my buddies came out of Benning, and they all tell similar stories.
If at first you don't succeed, then parachuting is not for you. Yeah.
Well,
it's fun though.
I mean,
you can fail once and you're fine. It just depends on how you fail.
The story that William tells is that it is the day of the jump. It is the minute. It is the hour of the jump.
Yeah, you wanted that story.
And he said,
it's 30 minutes from jumping.
Yeah, and he says, all right. And the guy gets up in front of everybody. They're on the plane. They're flying.
Well, no, we're not. We're not on the plane yet.
You're not on the plane.
We're in the staging area to stand up, we'll walk, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds from then we'll be on the plane.
Right.
And the black hat comes out and he's got this. He's like really high up. We're like in a barn sort of. Like, you know how the barns have like the little higher bit there for the hay and stuff.
Yeah.
We're in there and then we're all down and there's black hats walking around and they're checking gear constantly. As you're about to jump off the plane, they're like pulling on you and they're yanking on your stuff.
Right.
They're like trying to break your junk with tightening the ropes and stuff on your. Is it when as soon as your chute pulls, you experience a lot of G-force, and all that G-force goes into your crotch, effectively. Right. Like it grabs onto your groin. So they're yanking all that stuff, and the black hat comes out. It's like, okay, now's your chance, last chance. If you don't want to go on the plane, if you already go on the plane and you're to back out, then you're like, we're taking your money away, we're deranking you, we're kicking you out of the military, effectively. Right. If you can leave right now, you'll never come back to airborne school. But this is the time to do it. Don't do it on the aircraft.
No harm will come to you.
You'll walk away.
You'll walk away. No big deal.
You'll be blacklisted from this, but that's all. And the craziest moment for me, maybe all of my military career, is seeing people stand up and be like, I don't want to do this. Like me and the guy sitting next to me, who had just come through AIT, we just gone through basic training. We came to airborne school. We were like, hell yeah, gung ho, I'm about to jump. After 3 weeks of working as hard our asses off to be able to be here, learning all this junk, doing all this falling down.
Did you ever have a G or T or an A?
Nope, fuck no. I passed first time.
Screw you.
Shit, you're crazy. No, all the guys I went, only one of the guy, he broke his leg on landing, so he got an A on his.
Okay.
So he broke his leg. He gets to stay in Benning for free. They'll pay him like his salary, and he just have to have constant vacation basically. So it's a good deal for him. So like he was like, yeah, I broke my leg. It's not really. I mean, it's whatever. I'll get like when I'm done here, I'll get paid. Also, it's not. We were like, yeah, cool, man. That's sweet.
Awesome.
High five. Whatever.
High five.
Yeah. He was like the most chill broken leg guy ever. Like,
right.
it's not a big deal. Anyways, that guy actually is sitting next to me, and he hits me. I'm like, what? And I look over, and there's like officers, like lieutenant ranks guys, backing out, and the black hats up to that point who were super cool. Like they were super chill. Like if you fail, you're out. Not a big deal. I'm not mad at you. You shouldn't be mad at me.
Right.
Like you're expected to do these things.
It's business.
It's business, right? They're working here. He loses it. He starts yelling at these guys, and they're officers, and he's a non-commissioned officer, so he's technically lower ranked than him. He's like cursing them out. Like it was the most mad I've ever seen a black hat ever. And he's like telling them like they're not worth shit. They're like F you. Like all the mean, nasty things I could possibly. And I'm like, yeah, tell him in the back there. Like, I don't know how you could possibly walk away from it at that point. And I think he was really upset too, because he sees these officers, the guys who are supposed to be like examples for everybody, backing out of this, what is a scary, dangerous thing. Yeah, sure. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, from the point that I was in airborne school, it was like I was on the plane. I was not walking away.
Right. Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, just out of his mouth says, look, nothing personal. No harm, no foul.
Right.
If you do not want to do this, you can walk away. You're not going to hurt my feelings. We're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. It's no big deal. We will take you. And he's comforting them.
He just did that. I mean, he read it from a script, right? He was supposed to say these things. This is like a law thing that he's supposed to do before.
But it is a word of comfort. I will not look down on you. No harm will come to you.
Right.
And then
he loses. I mean, I think he was astounded because of the rank of the guys and the amount of people that stood up. Because there was like 8 guys at that point, and there was like 50 guys there, maybe.
Oh man!
Like we could all fit into one C-130. So it wasn't that many guys jumping.
Oh,
and for them to leave, I was mad too. Like I don't even have a reason. Like,
I'm getting on the plane.
I didn't have to do paperwork. I'm getting on the plane. I didn't have to do paperwork. Okay, so this same guy, by the way, I jumped my second jump. I think my second jump. I jump and I hit the ground so hard that I start seeing double. Okay, so I put my chute up. I walk to the staging area and I'm like, "Where's the ambulance at?" Because I am messed up right now. So I go to the hospital. I don't just go to the hospital. They were just like, oh yeah, let's go to the hospital. They strap my ass down, right? Like they treat me like I broke my spine, effectively. Like, all right, and they have the head pads on, and I'm looking up, and they're like doing the people thing, and they're looking at me, and they're taking my vitals, they're taking my blood pressure, and I'm like, yeah. I hope I'm okay. I just have a really bad headache right now.
Right.
Because this is the time where I was being drugged. I was telling you guys about it. I hit the ground and I started getting drugged a bunch. Yeah. So I think I hit my head fairly hard, right?
Right.
And they immediately get notified about this, right? Like Private Bishop, I think at the time, is going to the hospital to hit his head. And they're like, they're marking their sheets and stuff. Like, Private Bishop, he's dead. He ain't coming back. Like, he's not doing it. And they take me and they talk to me. They like do some tests on me. Like, you seem fine. You seem okay. And like, yeah, I got really dizzy and I was a little bit worried. I don't want to die for no reason. And I'm at the hospital at this time. And they're like, okay, think you're fine. So they send me back. Not a big deal. And that day, the next day, I'm going for another jump. And that same black hat is like, Bishop, are you here? And I'm like, yes, I'm here. Are you ready? I have you walked out here, has gone to the hospital. Are you sure you're ready to jump? Absolutely, yes. Are you sure? Good, great. All right, good. Let's do this.
And that's what he wants to hear.
Yes, he was like, great, awesome. Like, no, you ain't stopping me.
No,
you ain't stopping me.
Because if he hears, I think you're out. You're out.
Yeah,
you're out.
Right. I was ready. Like I don't know what he'd have done if I wasn't sure, but I was sure. Okay. Yeah. There was nothing. I was great. Oh man, the feeling of adrenaline. The first time I hit the ground, I remember standing up and screaming so hard that I gave myself a stitch in the side.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you could ever express that to another person about how amazing it was.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
To jump. It's crazy.
Right,
it's awesome.
Because if I looked up, I would say, Private Bishop, you ready to jump, son? Well, son, you're out of here. Yeah. Get off of my.
I was motivated. Okay.
Right.
I loved it.
I would have thrown you off if there was any doubt. Right. If there was any, I don't know, any of that business. Oh no.
The scary thing to happen is someone to back out at the very last second, like at the door to jump.
Right.
Because then the plane has problems, right?
Domino effect.
Right, domino. Because so the way it works, and I was talking about this earlier with you, 15 seconds, and so the guy, the jump instructor is telling us the time, and you can't hear anything. Like you could barely hear the guy next to you.
Right.
So what happens is you hear a time, and you look to your left, and you repeat that time, and it goes all the way down. So you hear 15 seconds 20, 30 times, right?
Right.
It at least happens 20, 30 times going down, and you have that domino effect over and over again.
Right.
And that's because when it's time to stand up, hook up! Oh man! So when you do that, you hook up to the line, right? Because it's an automatically pulling parachute. You don't have to pull it yourself because you're hooked onto this thing. So when you start going, you are in step march with the guy in front of you. Like your foot ends up where his foot was the last step of his.
Right.
So it's like, and you're out of there as fast as possible.
Right.
So if someone's like, oh, they freeze. I mean, it's gonna slam into them. Like so much kind of crazy stuff's gonna happen. Right. You're gonna miss the drop spot and stuff like that. You want to go into the trees. So having someone back out the very last second, that would have been terrifying.
That's terrifying.
So being motivated to go on is super important.
Right.
Now, luckily, I was man 2. So I wasn't the first guy out because standing at the door, you stand like this.
Right.
You're literally, you have
And
your
you're-
legs spread out and you grasp onto the door.
Yep.
And you're ready to go and you're just like, jump! And you just throw yourself out. I'm man 2, right behind him. I have my left foot forward, left hand on his left shoulder.
Right.
And the moment that he goes, my right foot is out of the door. Like, I don't even make contact with
Right.
the first motion.
Right.
Like, it's into air and like just falling. So I got lucky. I didn't have anybody behind me or anything like that.
Right. So
Everyone's great warlocks.
You only had to have one guy commit for you to not
and I was
be,
out.
not
like
be
I was
messed up, right?
Woof! But the guy behind me and further back, he could have just.
Right.
Are my pants invisible? I didn't realize. Sorry.
Yeah, they're green. They're greenish.
Green pants.
Yeah.
Airborne's great. If you could go to airborne school, you guys should, because it's a pretty good time.
It's a good time. Yeah.
The only thing about it is you got to be able to run. And that was easy for me at the time.
Right. Yeah. Go there in shape. Don't go there out of shape because day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
They're gonna cut you 50%.
Spoiler.
50%.
You got to do a PT. You got to do a
PT test.
You got to do a PT test, right? So
easy mode for most people.
yeah, easy mode for
Apparently
if you're just out of AIT, if you're just out of basic, and you're killing it, right?
Killing it.
And you're lean and mean, right?
Lean, mean, fight machine.
All right.
But I mean, it was easy for me to go to airborne school. I got the maximum possible score. Oh my god, is it that time already, Clowntown?
No. I was gonna. I had one other thing we need to do before today.
All right, let's hit that because I could go on a million years about this.
No,
stuff.
it's good. I love those stories. We need to do more of those. We absolutely.
Well,
do.
those you need, I think I need more pictures to remind me of things like this.
Okay,
because
so here's some. Let me just give you some stuff for maybe next time. Maybe we can talk about when we're out at the Boondocks, but in BFE.
BFE.
But
I said that to Ashley, and she looked at me like I had a dick on my forehead. What's BFE?
What's BFE?
What are you talking about? What is BFE?
BFE?
Oh, there's some place in Houston called BFE that I don't know about. No, it's bumfucked Egypt.
Right.
Save the pictures. Yeah, I need to get more pictures of that
I
place
have
because
one where
man, that just brings back those memories. Like
other
for me.
soldiers' fights.
Other soldiers' fights.
There were fights.
Oh yeah.
All
there's tons of fights.
the time.
Yeah, pretty
Apparently,
much.
Just
Yeah,
soldiers
definitely.
fighting soldiers for no goddamn reason.
In basic training, the testosterone and anger are so high. You could be like, "I'll give you $1 to punch him." Okay.
Price point met. Let's do this.
Yeah, you have nothing but time and anger on your hands at certain points. Like when you were bored, I mean, we would just be like, "Hey, new guy, fight the other new guy." Okay.
Okay.
Like that's or at some point, if they were you had a really creative corporal or sergeant, they'd be like, "Okay, singing contest rather than fighting contest."
Right. Yeah.
Like just all right, sing this song, karaoke, go.
The other dude that I drag onto my show and do some stories occasionally is a guy named Holdfast. He was a Marine. He was not.
Hoorah!
He is a Marine.
Right, they'll get mad at you.
Yeah.
They get a real stick up their ass.
I think if
that kind of thing.
if I didn't wish him a happy birthday on the 10th, he would have got all butthurt. But you know, but he'll occasionally come on and tell some Marine stories, and I would imagine the fighting stories would be very fun to hear.
I think Marines have a lot more fighting in their repertoire than us. I don't think that Army is very good at fighting.
Oh my god! Yeah,
just in general.
Yeah, they got screws loose, 100%.
Right.
Like. 100%.
Well, the Marines just do a lot more ground fighting.
Right.
Like they have a longer period of time in their basic training where they do ground fighting.
Yep.
But for me, it was maybe 7 days total in all of my training where we did ground fighting tactics.
Wow.
And those are all ground fighting tactics with a vest on, with your gear on and
Right.
stuff like that. So not like this. I don't have as much training in fighting as this as I do having my bulletproof vest on.
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff for me,
shank, and
yeah, a lot of stuff for me is grab their head and start smashing it into my strong point right here, the chest,
Right.
where the tip top of my ceramic plate is, to break their nose and disable them. Right. That's the thing you do. I'm not throwing punches or anything like that because I can barely move. Like I'm
Right.
wearing 40 pounds of gear on myself with my ammo, my rifle is on me, like all that stuff. But then on top of that, when I got my pistol, the rest of it was like, no, don't fight someone. Push them away, get distance like of this gap, and then shoot them.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a lot of
100%.
I'm gonna stand and punch you stuff at all.
Right. That's like a cop, right? When they say
Right.
he shot an unarmed man. Yes.
He's armed.
because he's armed. Right.
It's always an armed situation when I'm
look,
armed.
The cop, right. He shot. The cop is not there to be the best bare knuckle boxer. That's not his job. Right.
That's too much training. It's too difficult to do that.
Right.
To be a good
he's not going.
fist fighter.
He's not going to be a boxer or an MMA specialist. That's not
Right.
his job.
He's not going to do jujitsu on the guy.
Right.
Right.
He shot an unarmed man. Yes. It's because because he's armed and the other guy's not. That's why he shot it. Right?
Always, right? So, I mean, we would disarm our guys sometimes based on their job. Like, if they were interacting directly, like, here's my rifle. I don't want to have this on me while I'm interacting with this guy.
Right.
Because I'm about to grab him and hold on to him. And if, I mean, he could be like a super jiu-jitsu guy. I don't know who I'm grabbing here. I need to check him for weapons. I don't know what he's got.
He may go
and
for
I don't
my
want to
gun.
Right, and I want you to shoot him. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to push away from him. I'm going to hold him down. I'm going to face him toward you. You shoot him.
Yes.
We don't play fair. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, the military doctrine is 3v1. You got three. You have less than 3 guys to their 1 guy. Call in air support.
Yeah.
We're not going to fight.
We
don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not messing around.
The job is win. The job is not fair fight.
We're not going to be nice guys about it.
Right, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. 100%.
We actually got into an exercise one time that was set up for us to lose, and my platoon and company are we're infantry, so we're kind of hard. We're kind of dumb, sort of. You know what I mean? Like, we would definitely be willing to throw our lives away to do the objective, and the entire objective was set up for us to fail. And we suffered 50% casualties in this training op. It was like I'm point man because I'm a badass. You know, I'm always point man. And we take machine gun fire from a building, and bang, 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 I hit the ground, and I actually have really great cover at the time. I'm behind a burned out car. But the cadre is like, you're dead. And then from that point on, I'm like the first guy to die in this operation, by the way. It's great.
Well,
from that point on, everyone
then you just get to
I just got to lay there. Oh, I got to lay there? And then they had to carry my ass. That's another reason I'm point man, because I'm very light, okay? I was much lighter than most of the guys there.
Right.
So, I have 4 guys dedicated to the task to carry me back, and I'm like, hey, LT, how you doing?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I died. and then, yeah, it was a great op. And what ends up happening is, we have, 4 guys in our entire company left, but we complete the objective. And then, at the very end, they're talking to us, you should have quit. You should have given up. And all my cadre, all my NCOs are just they start yelling. They start getting angry because they don't like the idea of, no, we will never quit. We'll do the objective.
Yeah.
So it depends on who you talk to, what the rules are.
Right. Yeah. At the time of our choosing, at the in the manner of our choosing. That's how we will do it. Is it
exactly?
That's it. We will win. Right.
Yeah, probably so, Toaster. I think that military police have a lot more ground fighting than other MOSs, because they have to. I would hate to be a military police, honestly. As a normal police officer, I've heard this quote a ton of times.
Narkerson, right?
Not even that. As a normal police officer, you're dealing with civilians, right? Civilians have no training, effectively.
Right.
Some of them are really good at certain things, right? It just depends. As an
MP,
police officer that's specifically meant to deal with military members, every single one of them is a goddamn killer.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that, right?
Right.
You make one of them angry, they have all the tools at their disposal to blow up your house.
And they will kill. They've been trained for the last X number of years to kill you.
So one of the trainings I went through is,
again, at the time of their choosing, in the manner of their choosing, right?
Their choosing. So one of the trainings I went through was how to identify bombs, IFPs, improvised explosive devices, factories to make those, what the things that are required as components to put into there, and kind of reverse engineering that training. I can easily make an explosive device because I know what is required to make an explosive device and what it looks like to be an explosive maker. So anyone who goes to that class, which pretty much everybody who goes to Iraq as be boots on ground is going to get that class, knows how to do that stuff, right? So you don't want to mess with that kind of person. You just if I just have the wherewithal in the drive to do something, I can do whatever I want.
Right.
I'll probably get caught after because I'm not going to be clean about it. I'm not a black agent or a spy or anything like that. But you could blow some stuff up if I wanted to. How do you arrest a lieutenant for DUI when he holds power over your paycheck? He doesn't. Toaster. That's not how it works. If you are off base and you're drunk, if you're just drunk at all, you lose you're never supposed to be drunk. You don't get to be in charge while you're drunk.
Right.
So the rule is don't ever drink. If you're drunk, you're wrong. But if you're drunk and no one can tell, you're fine.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think the military police have a lot of power. They can get away with a lot. I as a lieutenant, so I've seen a lot of lieutenants get in a whole lot of trouble. I think that the general conception is that a lieutenant outranks most people, right? But there was one time in MEPS. MEPS is prior to basic training, so I was in the military for days at this point, for literal actual days. A lieutenant said something to a drill sergeant who was, I think, sergeant first class, maybe staff sergeant. So he was high rank. He was not messing around. He was a drill sergeant in the first place. So those guys are the best of the best, right?
Right.
He said a lieutenant said something to him that he should not have said. He said something about, "Hey, I'm in charge here," or something like that. I can vaguely remember. And the drill sergeant looks at him and is like, "Are you serious right now?" And the lieutenant goes off on this guy, and the lieutenant walks away. He ignores all orders from this LT. A captain comes back, and then I physically see this LT get smoked in front of me till he is red in the face, until he can't do anything. He can't move anymore. And the drill sergeant stands there and watches. So rank doesn't quite work how you think it does. Like, it's not as direct as that.
Right.
Like, experience matters. Who you are matters. Like, one sergeant is not the same as another sergeant. Just because you're a sergeant first class because you've been pushing papers doesn't make you an infantryman.
All right.
Right? Smoked. Yes, that's a term that we use for
PT.
Physical training.
Yep.
But smoked means that, like, man, I just got back from getting smoked.
To
like, you got
to excess.
To excess.
Right? And to failure,
Okay,
and it's punitive.
Like,
it's
yes,
punitive in nature.
that's all the things. In excess, to failure, and it's punitive. So it wouldn't necessarily be physical training. Crawl this way.
Right.
Okay, crawl back. Okay, do push-ups.
20
Oh, I
push-ups.
can't do push-ups anymore. Flip over. Flutter kicks. Okay,
Right.
can't do flutter kicks anymore. Let's do this exercise. Let's continue doing all this stuff.
Right.
It's not like roasting someone.
Yeah, it is. It's not roasting someone. It is physical training. Yeah, I guess it's the best way. But it is in excessive physical training to failure in a punitive.
It's punitive.
And it's
Yes.
punitive. Right. Punitive in nature.
So I mean, you do lots of different types of exercises. Being smoked is not. So it's just humiliation. You can usually do it in
Kinda?
private. You don't usually don't punish someone in front of others.
No.
You praise in public.
It's breakdown, right? It's like
Hey, listen, you need to get that energy out of you because whatever is causing you to have this attitude or do these things, I'm going to get that out of you real fast. You're going to learn that this is what happens. Okay.
Right.
Most of the time you get smoked. It's not even. You're getting talked to. Why did you do this? You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You were late. You should be on time. When do you do it? What is the SOP? Why aren't you wearing the right thing? Like it's most every time I've been smoked, it's been constructive.
right. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting smoked for a reason right now.
yeah.
Done messed up.
Yeah. There's almost I mean, to that degree, it's almost never a reason. It's there's almost never for no reason, right?
I don't think I've ever. There was only one time ever that I had some punishments for no reason. And I don't really want to tell this story because it's more of an
for next time.
I don't think I ever want to tell this one because it makes another soldier look really bad.
One jelly donut. That's a good example.
You owe me for one jelly. So that's in basic. So the rules are kind of reversed in basic a little bit as far as punishment and reward is concerned. So Jarhead is it Jarhead? No. It's a Full Metal Jacket. Sorry, Full Metal Jacket's a really good observation of what like the first 1/3 of basic training is like, where everyone is to say everyone is responsible for everyone else is kind of wrong. Everyone is an excuse to hurt everyone else is really what it is. Because basic training is weird. Basic training is meant to make you mentally frustrated in every possible way that you can be. To feel like everyone around you is your enemy and like nothing's going right and like there's no way this is ever going to work. Like I'm sad, I miss my family, I'm dirty, my muscles hurt. Like to push you to the worst possible place you can be pushed and then to bring you back from that is what basic training is really all about. It's about the basics of being able to go through hell and high water and still be able to live with it. Because let me tell you, first day, there are guys who are like, I can't do this. And it's not like, oh, I'm tired, oh, I'm hurt, I can't do this. It's like, no, I refuse, I will not do this. And those guys are gone. Their contract is nullified, they'll go home, failure to adapt. There you go. Easy peasy.
All right. Oh, you can talk about it. Well, it'd be fun about it. Yeah. Maybe on the...
it was illegal. That's why I'm not talking about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Like, if I were to name names, it wouldn't be a good thing. So, let's not.
The last thing I had was a little thing here for Dickens on the Strand. Do you want? Do you want to wait till next week when Ashley will be right next to you?
Yeah, well, I guess we could. I mean, I have my Dickens on the Strand mug right here. This is the 5th or 4th time I've been to Dickens, and Pecos and Pete's always does a open fountain soda thing there, and you can buy a soda. You buy one of these for a good amount of money. I think it was $25. You get this. This is a really nice mug, actually. It's insulated. It's pretty sweet. I mean, it'll last me forever. And you get free soda the entire time you're there. And I think I spent like 3 or 4 hours there. I mean, I just drink a ton of soda. Dickens on the Strand. It's something that happens every year. Last Saturday it was, I want to say. It's in Galveston, yes. Yeah. It is on Galveston Island. What in the Dickens? Yeah, it's really fun. There's all kinds of cool stuff. They have falconry there. They have fire breathing. They have all kinds of different shops. There's a steampunk stuff is kind of big there. They have tons of really old stores. Really, really old stores. Like you know, from 140 years ago. Some stores were built there, and they're still up. Lots of my favorite stores there are like the ice cream shops. Those are there for a really long time. Yeah, there's the link. Thank you, Clowntown. So you can click on that and see some of the cool stuff there. It's a really sweet thing. If you're in the area, I definitely think it's worth a go to spend a couple of hours. There's a $15 admission price, half price if you're in the clothing from the time, which I forget what year you have to be. What's up, Shady? How you doing? To be there, it's pretty cool. There's lots of people dressed up.
Soda fountain.
What other cool stuff is there?
Yep.
It's certainly worth the ticket price. And you're supporting probably the poorest ass city in Houston right now, Galveston, which has just absolutely been defecated on.
100%. 100%, yeah.
They did have a huge military surplus store there until 2 years ago when it shut down. The guy who ran it, I think he's a colonel, actually. His name's Bubby. I actually know. It's called Colonel Bubby's, but I'm not sure if Colonel Bubby actually owned it.
I think I have been to Colonel Bubby's.
Is it Texas only? It's literally on an island called Galveston. You're not going to get Dickens on the Strand anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's not like a franchise thing.
It's apparently run by Galveston Historical Foundation.
Right. I mean, it is a lot of last year, the year before last, I think, maybe this year too. They're putting all the proceeds to helping Galveston.
You're right.
Because they're not doing so hot.
Right.
They actually. Oh, by the way, over there while we were driving home, they have like increased the size of the big wall. I don't know what it's not a dam. It's just, yeah, I think the seawall. They've like doubled the size of it since I was last there, I think.
Well, I mean,
so it's pretty big. It's too late now, right? But you know, preventative measures. I won't show up ever. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'll just be there every year basically, as long as I'm in the area, because it only takes me like an hour, 3 minutes to drive there.
Right. Yeah.
So if you ever wanted to meet up with me, that would be a good time. PC Triumph was almost there, but he had work that day, so.
I have been to Colonel Bubby's.
You have been to Colonel Bubby's?
Strand Surplus Center. I have been to it in the past. I remember I grew up in Houston, right? So Colonel Bubby's has been there forever. I Googled pictures of it, and I remember that shop was crowded. Like,
it is. Well, it's just the first floor that you got in to go to. And he had like 4 floors of stuff above him, I think.
And
so he had so much stuff
shoulder,
in there.
I mean, shoulder to shoulder of just
packed
clothing and gear and boots and all that stuff. And
I guess you have been there probably then.
Yeah.
It's gone now, man. Rip F.
Bummer.
Went away like 2 years ago.
Bummer.
So that sucks.
Yeah. It's cool.
Wall-to-wall surplus. Well, I mean, it being in Galveston,
not
the best.
Right.
Galveston just isn't a great place to have a business, man. Like you drive through town and there's tons of new buildings because the old buildings are freaking gone.
It's like the How to Train Your Dragon, and every building is new because they burn down every year.
Every building.
Yeah,
exactly.
Building.
So
every building is new.
It's kind of a hard spot to be. I wouldn't invest anything in that. Is all I'm saying.
It's tough.
It's just being a barrier island, not the best.
And I think the other problem with it is on the waterfront, where real estate prices are fairly high.
Right, so it's a nice place to be. You get the beach. There's a lot of stuff there. There's that
tourism and stuff, you know. And so the people. The other issue is like if you put a hotel there, the people that are like maids and the staff in the hotel, they cannot afford houses on the coast. It's so
not, they have to live an hour in to the city.
Yes,
to do
they do not live there. They do not live local and go local.
Right,
they have to live a long ass way out because they can't afford a house on the beach. Because the hotel's on the beach.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's expensive to even have insurance for that location, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure the insurance is massive. Like, crazy, right?
Yeah, and so it's hard to get people that will help you and support your business and get a good pool of labor to actually run your business well. And there's all kinds of crazy
alone
problems,
that, you know, there's a tourist season and then not a tourist season. So if you have a business which is like 24/7 going on, then when the tourists aren't around, you ain't have no customers. 100% you're not.
And that's why Dickens is on the Strand is in December. It's never in July.
Once a year.
Because July, they're all there in July. There's no one there in December. So they need people. They need to drag people there in December, right?
They're trying to bring them there, and it's nicer to being in there in December anyway because it's nice and cool.
Yeah.
I don't like the hot, even though I live in Texas. Okay, I don't even like going to the beach, honestly.
People die outside.
I hear outside kills you, man.
Outside will kill you.
If there's any weekend I'm going to die from being outside, it's going to be hanging out with you on Thursday and Friday.
Maybe. Yeah, so next week we got
I'm gonna
some
flip
good stuff coming up.
The 4-wheeler and break my neck.
Look, you're kind of on your own for that, right? We're
good. Are you sure? Are you sure I'm on my own? Do you have any walkie-talkies or anything?
I do. Actually, I do.
Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, we should bring them.
They're old, and I haven't used them in a while because, I mean...
Make a list.
Why would you, you know...
Why would you use them?
You just
yeah,
text, you know.
this is why you'd use them, because you're in BFE.
Right.
Which is not a place in Houston, Ashley.
BFE?
Okay.
It's
Where's BFE at? Hold on, let me Google Maps it. I need adult supervision. Probably I should have. Yeah, I'll bring Annabelle. She'll protect me.
Yeah. Dogs be out, so it's gonna be cool. The lady's gonna be out there. Guys gonna be out there. I think my folks will maybe out there for a night, but then I think they're gonna boogie out of town.
Cool.
So we'll be.
I know who I'm gonna suck up to you. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, Dad, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Dad, yeah, you wanna meet Dad? Yeah, he's awesome, and he's looking forward to meeting you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing the dogs again. It's gonna be fun. And,
designated driver, you can't get a you can get a DUI if you drive your 4-wheeler.
I think you can with an ATV. You can.
You can,
so.
Yes. Well, I think it depends where you're at. Also,
right.
I think if you're on private property, you'll be okay. You can do whatever you want.
Right, but again, if no one can tell you're drunk, you're fine.
You're fine, yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do, right? If no one can tell you,
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You know,
that's fine. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. You got anything thoughts of Clowntown?
Tomorrow we're gonna have some. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But we're gonna have some fun. Probably won't be do Factorio. We will do. We'll do something fun. Maybe Talisman.
Playing Talisman tomorrow?
We will probably do maybe some natural selection because we haven't done that in a little while. And
it's 2.
And then Saturday and/or Sunday we'll try and do a speed run if we have. I want 5 to 6 people there because we are all the other record-setting speed runs. Except for that mother trucker who did it solo and just said "F it" and
mother trucker,
yeah, and did it solo. He all the other ones are 7 and 8 players, and we are 9 minutes off the pace. So
9 minutes, woo-wee!
So if we have like 1 or 2 more people, we're in, right? We can
doing the digging,
knock it out.
Doing the work,
right?
All right, sounds good. Yeah.
So
you guys got it. I'm confident that you guys have put in enough practice at this point that you are getting there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So and then once we do that, I've got some other stuff we want to do. So.
You're busy this weekend? What the hell, Jaso?
Choir.
I'm probably going to be playing Getting Over It pretty soon, so look forward to that. I've been playing a lot of FTL. I'll probably play some FTL after this.
All right.
You really want to do Jason, I've invited you to do Talisman like every single day this week.
Right. We can do it. If you want to do it tomorrow night, I'll be free. I ain't working. That's for sure.
I will also be free tomorrow night.
All right. We can do it.
Because I am not working.
You ain't working? All right.
What else do I have? Saturday, I'll probably try to do some speed runs, some spud runs. Try to do early Saturday morning, maybe. I don't think I have any other games going on though.
But the main one to be main one to tune in for is next Thursday. We're gonna do something fun. So either he's gonna be in Ash's chair, sitting right next to me. We're gonna have a good old time, or we're gonna be out
fireside. Yeah,
fireside.
Hopefully we'll see if we can. We'll do testing on that. We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, I gotta do some more testing. I'll do something. I think I'm gonna do it either tomorrow. I'm running out there tomorrow. I'm gonna drive for a long time. But I will test. So we'll see.
Cool. What am I doing getting over it? I'm not sure. As soon as I own the game, I will schedule a day to it. But I asked for a key on Keymailer, so I'll give them a couple days to see if they want to.
$8 for that thing for a. I don't know if we can do $8. Just
$8 is kind of. I mean, it's not. If you get it from Keymailer, you should try it at least once.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%. If you ask for it and they give it to you, you should do it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't click the button.
Or maybe if Jason buys it for me, right?
If they throw it at you, then you have the option of do it or not.
Yes or no on it. Right. Easy. Okay. Well, thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it a ton. Thanks for watching EAY. You know, it's the best show of the week. You guys are awesome. Stay motivated, because being motivated is the most important thing. Stay awesome because you're awesome. We'll see you next time. And remember, stretch.
Stretch.